All right, what's good, everyone? Join up the live right now. How y'all doing today? Give it a few seconds for people to join up. What's good, everyone? Joining up the live right now. How's everyone doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully, everyone's having a good day so far. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone is having a good day so far. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? Do you tap that screen? Do share the live. What's up, everyone? Oh, oops. There we are. There we are. Let me set up the background. Oh, okay. Whatever. That looks fine. How's everyone doing? Dean's still live? I thought he was about to get off here pretty soon. He was supposed to get off like an hour ago. But it's fine. I have like a few hours. We have like until 6 or so. So we got like 2.5 hours, everyone. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. And Dean is probably gonna get off like right now. He's saying goodbye right now. So there's the preemptive Dean raid. Everything but okay between you two? Oh yeah, nothing's wrong between us. Nothing's wrong at all, don't worry. I love that y'all work in shifts. Yes, I mean we try to split it up sometimes so that people have more content. And plus just makes more sense anyway. I'm hopping off now. I'm live. Everyone joining in from Dean. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully it just like went directly to me. That'd be great. Look, boom, 11 people, 11,000 people join. I'm just kidding. Nah, that's a joke. How's everyone doing? Joining in from Dean's stream. How you doing? What's good? What's good? We're gonna start getting some debates up here in a second. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria that is on the screen right now. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? What's up on YouTube? What's good, everyone? We're going to start getting some debates up here in a second. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Appreciate the confetti. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah, and do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2000.
For sure. And why do you support Donald Trump?
Because I support deporting every illegal.
Every undocumented immigrant? Why?
Because they're illegal. They need to go.
I have a question. Are you Christian?
Am I what?
Are you Christian?
I'm agnostic.
You're agnostic. Okay. So why do you want to deport everyone in the country undocumented?
Are you
Are you?
Christian?
No, I'm not. Why do you want to deport everyone in the country undocumented? Is it because you think that you want to enforce the law in every circumstance, or what would be the specific reason?
Because I want to enforce our laws.
Okay, so then why did you vote for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops?
Let's say that one more time for me.
Yeah, why did
Yeah,
you?
you're talking too fast for me.
I apologize. Why did you vote for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of
Because I
sex?
thought it was awesome.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are
Why
you?
have you been running from me, Parker?
Bro, who are you?
You know who I am. It's the AV show. Woo, woo,
No,
woo.
no. I
You
thought
know
for a
it.
second it was. For a second, please don't tell me you're a Trump supporter.
I was. I just wanted to come and tell you you're right about Trump all along.
Yeah, what? Let's go. Okay, you know what, AV, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming up on the stream. That's a crazy throwback, chat. That's a crazy throwback. For anyone who's been in the stream for a really long time, that's a crazy throwback. Dean just texted me. Yes, Dean, you gotta join up. You gotta join up. Fuck, why is my phone not working? What the fuck? Here, I need to turn off my phone and turn it back on. My phone is just not working. But yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up?
What's
How
up,
old are you?
Parker? 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
I got a few reasons. I think the most important one is the fact that the Democrats haven't put up a good candidate since about 2008. And when you don't have a good candidate, you are kind of pushed to one side of the aisle. And that aisle happens to be
Have I
led right
talked to
now
you
by
before?
me,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Because I just see the whole chat being like, "Oh no, not this person." Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah. Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay, for sure. Why do you support Donald Trump?
I like his policies, especially the border policies. I think it's good that keep the illegals out of here.
Undocumented immigrants? Why so?
Well, mainly because of the crime levels. When there's less of them, there's less crime.
Okay, so did you know that undocumented immigrants commit multiple times lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, and property crime in the United States comparative to natural-born U.S. citizens?
That's false.
No, it's not. There's actually a bibliography in my bio that's like an entire page long of different sources that goes over immigration and crime, right? For documented immigrants and for undocumented immigrants, showing that they commit lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, and property crime.
Where'd you get that from? CNN?
No, from my friend Matt, who's a librarian.
Well, he probably looks at CNN.
Nope. What do you
Well,
look
it
at
is
for
false.
news? What do you look at for news?
Fox News, it's the only true news station.
Okay, are you joking?
No.
Okay, so can you name one person on Fox News, like one host?
I don't really pay attention to the names of the hosts. But I know it's true.
You know what's true.
What they say on there.
Mm-hmm. And how do you know it's true?
Yeah, I'm trolling.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I couldn't even. I literally just saw Santana's message that you're a troll. That person was a troll. Like literally right as he announced it himself, because my phone's dead because I wasn't getting messages. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Max, are you there? Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria that is on the screen. You know, AV changing his mind, actually. Like, that's really cool. How old are you?
I'm 19.
No way. Like, that's actually, like, that's such a throwback, chat. Like, I'm going to text Matt about that later. Or, like, when I see him in, like, a day or two again, I'll literally bring it up. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 38.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump. He's our president. I absolutely support him.
Okay. So why do you support Donald Trump?
I guess probably the biggest reason I support him is what he wants to do in Gaza, just take it over.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. There are people starving there, Parker. We need to help them.
So,
We need to get aid. We need to get aid out there.
okay, you know that America is funding Israel, which is literally like limiting aid from going in.
Well, we need to hold Israel accountable for one. I mean, what's happening there needs to stop. But I care
That's
more
not what
about
Donald
helping the
Trump's
people
done
in
here.
Gaza.
If you care about the people in Gaza, why did you vote for Donald Trump, who's actively like worse for people in Gaza?
Well, I think what he's doing right now is probably the best solution.
Really?
There's what other ideas have there been, Parker?
Really? Like, do you think he's held
Who
Israel?
stepped up to the?
Do you think
Oh,
he's
sorry.
held
Go ahead.
Israel accountable at all? I think there's no way you're being serious.
I mean, I think the whole world needs to hold Israel accountable, not just Trump.
Of course.
Agreed?
Of course, but he hasn't done anything.
Well, in the meantime, there are
He's
people
continued
starving,
to
and we need to go in and help.
he's continued to tell Israel to finish the job.
Well, we can worry about Israel later, right? But right now, can we help the people in
No,
Gaza that are
what the
starving?
who is limiting Gaza from getting food?
Oh, it's absolutely Israel, right?
Okay,
I
so then
mean,
you can't just say Israel
step
aside.
one,
You can't just say Israel aside.
I understand that, right? If dealing with Israel means we get food into Gaza, then let's do that. But like, let's get our priorities straight first. Like, there are kids starving there. Let's try to help them, right?
Yes, of course.
Trump wants to do it. I think
Trump
Trump
doesn't.
wants to
Trump
do
has
that.
not set that up. If Trump has, that would be great, but he's not done that.
So then why does he want to take, quote unquote, take over Gaza then, Parker?
You know that's a crazy fucking take. You want the U.S. to take over Gaza?
I mean,
How about the
I
U.S.
mean,
prevents Israel from doing this and give Palestine independence, right?
and how do we
And
do
you
that? Like that's what we've been doing.
hold up. You give Palestine independence and then fight for right a specific one-state solution that would literally grant equal rights, autonomy, right, a multicultural democracy, right? Like realistically speaking, right? Why would you argue against that?
I'm sorry, you speak really quickly. Can you say that again? I'm not trolling or anything. I just you talk really fast.
Why do you agree with Donald Trump's actions?
Oh, to quote unquote take over Gaza.
Hmm.
I just feel like no one else has brought any ideas to the table that make sense. Um, and I think what Trump's really trying to do is just, if by taking it over, it means no one will attack us, right? Because now you're attacking America. Now it'd be easier to get food into there. Now it'd be easier to
He
help
also
them.
said that he wanted to ethnically cleanse Palestinians with no right to return. So if you want him to turn it into real estate development and property, that's fucking insane and ridiculous. You're just talking about invading another country, taking it over.
Well, we all know how Trump is, right? He can be a little off the wall sometimes, but I think at the end of the
You
day,
don't think
he
your
genuinely
position here
wants
is a
to
bit
help.
you don't think your position here is off the wall?
What, trying to help the kids that are starving in Gaza? That I don't
You're
think that's
not
an
doing
off the
that. You're not
wall.
doing that by ethnically cleansing them, right? You should
I
you know what you
think
should
we
do?
should
You
at
should
least
hold
move
Israel
in.
accountable. You should let the international community hold Netanyahu accountable and other war criminals accountable for their crimes in Gaza, for
Agreed.
genocide in
Yeah,
Gaza, right?
agreed.
Agree.
Yes. I
Okay,
mean,
so then
what's happening there?
that's not
But
what
we got to
Donald Trump's
stop the
facilitated
starvation
at all.
first. Yeah, but Parker, by moving in, right? By getting Americans in there, by moving in, by showing that we have a stronghold there, they're going to stop attacking. Then we can get food in. Then we can help those people. Then we can figure out
So you're saying
the
if it's just the case that America annexes the area, well then no one's gonna attack. Why don't we just prevent Israel by attacking them by one, getting rid of funding, two, letting the international community hold them accountable, rather than taking over right Gaza without the consent of the people and limiting them from going back. That's what Donald Trump is advocating for. That's ethnic cleansing. Don't just sit here and act like ethnic cleansing is okay.
I never said ethnic cleansing is
That's
okay. I
Donald
guess
Trump's
what I
plan.
started by, well, I guess what I started by saying is I want to stop the starvation happening in Gaza. What's the better plan then, Parker?
What do you
Do
mean?
we know? Does anyone have any? What's the?
What did I just say? Can you repeat to me what I just said? If not, I'm just gonna go to the next
Oh,
person.
we just hold Israel accountable and all the war criminals?
Yeah, hold them
Who's doing
accountable.
that?
You
Who's
hold them
doing that?
accountable. You restrict them from being able to limit food, water, and any type of aid into the area. Like what?
What's the more practical idea?
What do you
Because
mean?
that's
What's the
not
more
no one's
practical idea?
no one's doing that, right? No one's going to do that.
Wait,
So how
countries
do we
have done
get
that,
food
and
into
yes,
Gaza?
people will do that. What?
How do we get food into Gaza tomorrow, Parker?
Dude, what do you mean?
How do we
Literally
do
you
that?
stop Israel from constructing this blockade, restricting area from or aid from going into the region.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done. No one's doing that. In the
What,
meantime,
dude?
people are
What are you
starving, right?
saying?
I guess there has to be. I guess holding Israel accountable isn't the solution. Then it's not the immediate solution to help. So how do you like what else is there?
I'm giving you multiple aspects of what to do. I'm confused why you're
No, all
not
you've said
responding
is
to
hey,
anything I'm
just hold
saying.
Israel accountable. What I'm saying is that's not a
Hold
practical
Israel
solution.
accountable, limit from them being able to engage in like a blockade, right? Let aid in. I'm confused. What is limiting aid from going in? Israel. If you limit Israel from doing that, then that allows for aid to go in, correct?
Yeah, but Parker, you get that no one's going to do that, right?
Okay, I'm gonna kick you. This guy is just saying the same thing over and over again, bro. Like, is he rage baiting? Like, yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What was the question?
How old are you?
72.
What's your birth year?
I'm sorry.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
What's your birth year?
2020 or 2002.
And you said you're 23? What month?
Yep. January.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Why do you not support Donald Trump?
Held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, bragged about walking in the changing rooms of girls in Miss TSA because he quote unquote owns a place to inspect them without their consent. Said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. His tax policy is decreasing after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners and giving massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, right? And adding $3.4 trillion to the debt.
All right. Can you show any proof of any of that?
Yeah, look up Trump liable essay. I can play the audio of Donald Trump saying he wants to date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. Do you want to hear it?
Biden also sniffs little girls, but yeah, go ahead.
His grandchild? No, like listening.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Do you know how to understand any kind of jokes at all?
Oh, so you think pedophilic jokes are okay?
Any jokes are okay as long as they're jokes.
Any jokes are okay. So you think any joke is okay?
People joke about everything.
And you're okay with that?
Have you ever dealt with shit in your life?
Do you think it's okay for people to make pedophilic jokes?
No.
Okay. So obviously not all jokes are okay. Now listen to this.
So you have done that. Now tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything
doctor.
is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
What's wrong with that?
What? Did you hear what he said? Can
He
you
said
tell
women
can you,
look
can you-
incredible.
So you think it's okay for him to barge into the changing rooms of people without their consent?
No, I didn't say that was okay.
Wait, do you want me to play back what he said? That's exactly what he just said. He's the owner of the pageant, and that he can barge into their changing rooms while they're changing and they're naked without their consent. And we know that they were minors because it is the case that there was an 18-year-old that came out, said there was 4 girls as young as 15 years old, right, in a changing room when Donald Trump would barge in.
Yeah.
No response?
I said, yeah, I'm waiting for you to continue.
What else do I need to continue with? Hello? Are you sentient?
Well, what?
Are you sentient right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to respond?
I don't know what response I'm supposed to have.
Okay. Literally silenced. Elida, thank you so much for the $10 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Elida. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, everybody.
Join.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
Because he loves black people.
Can you name one reason why you think that?
He fucks with Joe Biden and Barack Obama.
He did what?
He fucks with Barack Obama.
Okay. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
And why is that?
I think it's better for foreign relations.
How is he better for foreign relations?
I mean, through numerous ways.
What'd you say?
Numerous ways. I mean, what do you want me to start with?
Anyway.
Give me 1 second here. I'm just plugging my headset in so I can talk to you better. Give me 10 seconds.
Okay. In the meantime, everyone tap that screen if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. For the 4.5 thousand here on TikTok, make sure to tap that screen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream and help get it out to more people. Appreciate the gold medal. Thank you.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I think he just has a better stance. He has a tough stance on China. I think he has like better in regards like Middle East peace agreements. I think it's better. I think he obviously has tried to avoid new wars for the most part.
He's trying to. That's why he bombed Iran. And how is he better with China?
Well, can we be clear for a minute before we move forward? The bombing of Iran was necessary. Now for China,
it wasn't.
It was. We can have the conversation in a minute. You want to attack China first or the tariffs?
We can talk about the tariffs.
Sure. So
what is a tariff? What's a tariff?
Why are you asking me what a tariff is?
Do you know what it is?
Well, because if we're gonna play the semantical game, I mean, we can do this all day long. I know what a tariff is. Obviously.
Then tell me.
It's just a tax that the government puts on imported goods. I mean, everyone knows that.
And who pays that?
It's paid by the consumer.
It's paid by the consumer because the American business that is importing the product passes it down to the consumer because of the cost of production and distribution. Given that that's the case, right, that's going to be a regressive negative impact on the low and middle income individuals in this country because it is the case they spend a greater proportion of their income on consumer goods. You say you don't care about that, but I think that's ridiculous given that you want to replace income tax with this tariff structure, which is meaning that you just want to shift the burden of taxation from people who are paying it who are disproportionately rich to people who are paying it who are disproportionately lower income.
Hey, Mumble Mouth, can I talk now?
Wow, someone's mad.
Yeah, let me lay the argument out before you just start ranting. Thanks, buddy. Here's the issue, okay? I don't give a fuck about if it's saving me money. I want a tariff China because they fucking utilize children as slave labor. And you want that. You want to put an extra buck in your pocket. So you're saying, oh, why are we tariffing China? Are you aware that most children, 90% of them, 80%, sorry, are like 11-year-olds and older? They're working in a slave factory, dude. So I don't fucking care about saving money. I want to tariff them because they're disgusting. And everything that you buy from China, including that little fucking earbuds you have in your chair probably, it's cheap because a fucking child is making it. And you want to fucking support that.
So did you know that if you impose tariffs on the entirety of China as a whole, you actually increase the likelihood that people are going to be treated at lesser degree because you actually incentivize the businesses within that country to lower their labor standards to still compete within U.S. markets, given the imposition of the tariff. That's one.
Hey,
Secondly, as it relates to this, it wouldn't make sense to put tariffs on the rest of the world. Thirdly, if you wanted to do this, put tariffs specifically on businesses that are engaging in those particular labor practices. All right, I would be totally okay with that. But you didn't advocate for that. Trump didn't advocate for this. And those would be an example of targeted tariffs specifically in those conditions. And those tariffs would be so high that they would mean that you wouldn't be able to buy those types of products in the United States. And that's not what Donald Trump's doing at all. So not only is that not the goal of what Donald Trump has here, actively what Donald Trump does leads to people having worse wages, worse working conditions, and increase the likelihood that they're going to be exploited.
Yeah, you're an absolute schmuck. Can I explain to you why?
Go ahead.
Yeah, your logic, as it would follow, would be that me denouncing and showing basically a move against this actual slave labor, it creates a actual higher demand. So therefore, I should support said thing, because if I support it, it creates a lesser amount. So let me ask you a question.
That's not what I said at all. I said you should put tariffs specifically on the businesses engaging in these products to degrees in which they can't even sell in American markets.
Do you live in China, Parker?
No.
Hey, are you saying that only certain sectors of China utilize slave labor?
I'm saying yes. Only certain aspects of the market are specifically yeah.
Hey, tell me a sector where children aren't utilized for goods.
So wait, it's not. Wait, I'm not saying an entire sector. I'm saying some labor. I'm saying sub labor isn't. Wait. Are there? Essentially, the question he's asking is: are there adults that work in China? Yes.
I'm asking you if there is a single sector in China where there isn't some form of child slave labor. Go.
Like industry, I'd have to look at the industries in the makeup. Can you give me any evidence that every single sector is filled up with that? I mean,
are you being serious?
yeah, like you said every single sector of their economy. I'd love to see that, because I haven't seen data indicating that. I would love to see that.
Are you being serious? This is like basic knowledge that whatever his name is, Xi Jinping, whatever the fuck his name is, he uses like 5.8 million.
But can you just provide a source instead of just saying it's common knowledge?
I can't say his fucking name. And
Like
also,
I seriously just want to know, because like I wonder where you saw this information.
Wait, are you asking me to not mispronounce someone's name who uses children as slaves?
I'm saying to not mispronounce people's names, because it sounds like
say his
you, as a
name.
white American, right, are trying to be racist. To be totally frank with you, and xenophobic, right? It's not. Yeah. So regardless of whether or not someone is doing that, I don't think that you should be trying to engage in like mispronouncing of their name intentionally, right? Because I think that's going to be like bigoted.
How's that bigoted? Explain to me, please.
Yeah, so if you intentionally are mispronouncing, right, people who are from China, their names, right? Like,
Hey, intentionally carries a lot of weight. What do you mean intentionally?
yeah, so I was saying that I was just trying to clarify that you weren't
Intentionally, it carries a lot of weight. What does that mean?
It does carry a lot of weight.
Okay, why are you saying intentionally? I said
Because
Xi
you could
Jinping,
you could unintentionally do that because you just don't know how to pronounce a name, right?
Correct. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I said whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know what his name is.
Well, I think the way that you were saying it made me think that you probably do know the way that it's pronounced, and you're just purposefully trying not to. But I was just trying to clarify.
Since you care about children, how many children are being used in China right now for slave labor? Tell us that.
I don't have the number off the top of my head. Do you know?
Yeah, 5.8 million.
Okay. Can you tell me where where people could get that information so that they could research that themselves?
Yeah, Human Rights Watch. Go ahead, go right there.
Great, thank you.
And it goes across all sectors, but the ones that it's most prominent in is probably things like I'm pretty sure it's like electronics, all electronics, toys, beauty supplies, all these things, chicken, food, solar production, like cotton, all these things. They're utilizing children. That's why you get it for so cheap. Have you heard of AliExpress, Parker?
I've heard of it. Never used it, but I've heard of it.
What do people in America? You know what e-commerce is, Parker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where does e-commerce people get their products from? For 1 penny to 10 cents.
I'm not disputing that with e-commerce. I don't know why you're so angry with me, because again, you're not understanding. Wait, dude. I actually advocated for a policy to restrict this from happening, and you're trying to get like mad at me for some reason.
I'm mad at you because you are advocating for the tariffs against China are bad because the Americans, they lose some money, but you'd rather have money in your pocket and have kids making those things. Say that's
no,
what it is.
I said I would particularly be in support of imposing tariffs on the specific businesses that would be engaging in that particular type of practice.
Parker.
Again, if it's considerably every single business, well then you're
Human Rights Watch.
Okay, so then
Human Rights Watch.
So then what you're saying is that we should have no trade with China, right?
I would be okay with that 100%. Absolutely.
Okay, that's not what Donald Trump does.
Hey, right, I'm saying, but I'm okay with that. But what he's doing right now is better than nothing, my friend.
Okay, so your view is you just want to reduce how much you're trading with other countries as much as humanly possible, right?
The ones that are making like children, which is disgusting, work, who are 11, 12 years old, and they can't.
That shouldn't happen. We should have International Rights Watch and human rights organizations to limit that from happening. We should have international rights organizations. But what you're not understanding is that we have to have an engaging in policy that would specifically be targeted towards doing those things. Right. And Donald Trump specifically imposing tariffs across the board, not specifically just on China, is drastically negatively impacting our economy. So you try to act like that was the intention behind this, but it had nothing to do with it at all.
even if the intention behind actions, Trump's actions wasn't this, okay, it still benefits in a way where children are less utilized for these things. Like, here's the question, okay?
How?
You were
Wait, can
saying
you give
that,
me any evidence of that being true?
that utilizing these tariffs, actually
The
lowers
utilization of this tariff changed the makeup of China's economy.
in regards to children is what you're asking.
Yes, because again, you're not targeting the tariff towards certain types of industries that could be used as an incentive to then lead to different types of labor standards within the country.
Got a phone call. So so the last part, yes, dude. No, so what I'm saying is that I can give you the actual article if I go to my office. That's fine. But you're asking essentially then do the actual tariffs lessen the slave labor, and can I give you proof of that? I mean, yes, sometimes it does. We do know why, okay? Especially when you do. Let's be clear. I'm okay with broad sweeping tariffs, but targeting goods made with forced labor, like you're saying, is the better method. But since we can't really target it because China is so like they hide everything, we don't really know what's going on over there. We have to do broad sweeping tariffs, okay? Like, are you aware of what was it? What was it?
So when you say you have to do broad sweeping tariffs, right? It doesn't actually provide the incentive for there to be differences in the setup of labor within the country. So I mean, my thoughts are is that like, what really are you getting from this to be able to give up so many other things? If you care about labor standards,
Yeah, because tariffs.
well, then you'd also want the minimum wage to increase in this country. If you care about labor standards, well, then you would want to ensure that it is the case that people within the context of America, right, are going to have, right, increased domestic manufacturing through the context of the Chips and Science Act, or like specifically the infrastructure bill, which invests in American production, right, for roads and bridges and for drinking pipes for clean drinking water, right, or
Yeah, sure.
high-speed broadband and so many
We
different
can move to
aspects
the
of
next
specialized
topic.
production.
We can move to the next topic, but like I can end this in like 60 seconds. Can we both come to one agreement right now? And I'll make you concede right now and that. Can we come to an agreement, please? Okay. Would you agree that if tariffing China lessened in any amount slave labor and children, it would be a good thing that Trump did this, even if it wasn't his intention to do so?
Yes, it would be a good thing if it is going to reduce the likelihood of that happening within the country, which there's no
Right,
evidence
so,
of that.
Yes, the Uruguay, I believe was what was it? They called it the UFLPA Act. Yeah, Forced Labor Prevention Act. We actually saw direct actual lessening in slave labor by tariffing China. This was done in 2021, and it's been showing that it reduced it.
Wait, in 2021, who was president?
I'm saying Biden was wait. Biden was president then. I'm not saying that was.
Cinderella, thank you so much for the
about? I'm not
galaxy. Thank you.
saying Biden-
I'm sorry. I don't know why you would point to a specific thing that happened in order to make Trump look better as something that happened under the Biden-Harris administration. That's laughable.
Wait. I'm giving you an example of how it actually did, how you utilizing.
And wait, I have a question. Were those targeted tariffs?
For those ones? Oh no, it wasn't. That was a broad sweeping one.
They were targeted tariffs.
It was targeted for the most part, but it was almost broad sweeping for the most
No,
part.
it was targeted. It was totally
didn't apply
targeted.
to
He
vehicles.
just
It
making that up.
wasn't
It was not a universal tariff. Just to
It
clarify,
wasn't
it was
vehicles.
targeted.
It wasn't vehicles. They didn't do automobiles, things
Wait,
like that.
so I just want to clarify. So it is targeted, right? That is one thing. Secondly,
You already conceded. You already conceded.
no,
you
you've actually acknowledged that the Biden-Harris administration is willing to engage in tariffs specifically on.
I never said Biden and Harris administration didn't do anything at all
I
to
understand.
actually help lessen it. I was giving you an example to make you concede that if I could prove to you that by instantiating tariffs lessens slave labor, that it would be a good thing that Trump did so, you would concede. And you said, yes, I would concede to that. I just gave you an example. So therefore,
you didn't give me an example of how Trump's tariff would do that. You gave me an example of how
Because
targeted
Trump-
tariffs do that.
Wait, because wouldn't it necessarily follow? Or let me use your language.
No, it actually does
If
not. It does not necessarily follow.
Wait. If it is the case that when Biden instantiated just some targeted tariffs, that you're saying that if Trump put into place widespread tariffs, that
Wait,
therefore it would
here,
also lessen
the way I can explain this is targeted tariffs and universal tariffs create different incentives within the context of the market.
Okay, give an example.
Yeah, so targeted tariffs specifically, since they're targeted towards certain industries, right, might be able to address certain types of ailments that don't exist in other industries within the context of the overall broader market. For example, if you put a tariff on a certain industry and you don't put that tariff on the entirety of the economy, it doesn't incentivize, right, that type of labor to be more or less prevalent within the context of their economy.
Wait, I already
unless
granted
it's
to you that you're-
targeted. Does it make
Wait,
sense?
but I already granted.
Like
No,
it
no,
wouldn't
I already
change the
granted to you-
makeup of the labor force.
Wait, I already granted to you that you were right that targeted tariffs can be an effective tool for reducing slave labor. That doesn't mean that other tariffs are useless.
Okay. I'm confused how again you're extrapolating this to then mean like, oh, this is then overall. Wait, actually, let me ask you this question: how much do you think that it actually reduced this in general?
No idea. If it was 0.01%, I'd be okay with it.
So if it was 0.01%, you'd be willing to vote for a guy held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls Miss USA because he quote unquote owns the place. She inspect them at their consent. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
We can go to that. Let it be known to everyone here, when Parker is losing, he goes right to the sexual assault. He goes right to the changing room.
No, I'm just trying to see how far you go. I'm just trying to say I'm not losing anything, right? I'm explaining. Yeah, let me explain. Can I explain, Richie? Richie, can I explain? It's not a pivot. It's not a pivot. It's not a pivot. It's saying in politics there are two sides. You've got to make a comparison at the end of the day, right?
Asking you how that isn't a pivot. Please tell me that before we continue.
Because I'm not using it to deflect away from having the original conversation. I'm using it as an add on top to understand that what are the broader aspects and purposes.
Add on top? What's an add on top?
To add on top of that, of the analysis of which candidate you're going to pick, right?
Okay,
because
I can end this right now. I can end this right now quite simply.
Do you want to engage with what I just said?
Yeah, I can. To answer your question, you're saying at the end of the day, it comes down to, let's just say, for lesser of the two evils, right? So if it is the case that I view, let's say human life, I'm using your terminology here. If it is the case that I view human life to be a fetus, can you disagree with that? With my opinion on that, or no?
Human life to be a fetus?
Yeah, if a fetus is a human life, can you disagree with my opinion on that?
I mean, I think it's a factual statement that human life begins at conception.
Cool. So if it is the case, okay, that and I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical. I want you to answer this honestly, Parker.
Sure.
I try to answer honestly because you can't do that. Let's say you have option A, 1 million people die, okay? And you have option 2, 2 million people die, all right? If you vote for Trump, 1 million people die. If you vote for Kamala Harris, 2 million people died. Who would you vote for, Parker, and why?
If that was the net effect for each side and that was the only things you'd take into account, right? Yeah. Obviously, you would pick the less amount of deaths, but that's not the only method of analysis that you have to look at. You have to look at, let me give examples. Donald Trump, right, supported Saudi Arabia, which literally committed a genocide in Yemen, right, and starved and bombed 70,000 Yemeni children. So in the method of analysis of comparing both sides, you don't just specifically look at the effect of a tariff that you cannot estimate when you can specifically look at literal sources in which Donald Trump supported conditions in which there was a blockade and bombs that killed and starved 70,000 Yemeni children. That's just one example I'm providing, right?
Why
Specifically,
you tariffs?
What's up?
Well, did you mention tariffs?
No, I didn't mention tariffs.
Okay.
I said an embargo.
So this is just so you know, this is a pivot from my question.
It's not a pivot. You have to look at it on a net basis.
Sure, I'm asking you, in my scenario I gave you, you have option A, option B. I need you to choose one. Which one do you choose, Parker? Pick one right now. Don't add shit in. I'm asking you to pick one based on the information I gave to you.
So I already answered. Based on the information you gave me, right? If it's only this take into account, would I rather 2 million people die or 1 million people die? I would rather 1 million people die.
But why, Parker? He's a rapist. He also watches kids in the children.
Oh, wait. You're adding. You see how he's adding all of these things on top? Whoa!
No.
Whoa! Look at him! Whoa! Look at him! Look at all of them adding all these things. It was just 1 million and 2 million, and now he's adding all these things on top. I thought I was the one adding all these things.
No, Parker. When did I say Trump's character was changed in this scenario? This is the same character.
Oh wait, okay. Now you're adding that. Now it's specifically Trump. So it's Trump plus 1 million people die. Oh, wait, dude, no. I don't see how you can make this comparison of like.
I'm saying
this doesn't make any sense.
You're not answering. I'm saying in option A.
You're acting like that, dude. No, this guy's literally saying that what we're talking about in terms of the tariffs is like saving 1 million people's lives. This is nuts.
Wait. Why are you mentioning tariffs? I haven't even closed this yet.
That's what you were. That's the way. That's the comparison here. This is the biggest reach I've ever heard in my life.
I'll tie it together after you answer, my friend.
Go
it
ahead.
Doesn't involve tariffs. Doesn't involve tariffs. So you have Trump. Option A, you vote for him, 1 million people die, okay? You vote for Kamala Harris, 2 million people die. Same character, same individual. Who do you vote for?
Given the same
Why can't you-
policies, like again, I'm not answering
Everything's the
such a
same.
stupid
Everything's the-
question.
Why
I'm
won't
not
you answer
answering
it, Parker?
because it has
You
no
can't
relevance.
say-
Because
wait, you can't.
because I don't fucking know how to make a comparison of a million people dying versus like the things that exist in terms of either side. I don't know how to make a fucking why would I be answering this question in the first place?
Because I'm gonna tie it together. In the end,
What
it'll
type
make
of
sense to
relevance
you.
does this have?
Oh, it's relevant. I can tie it together. You just won't answer it because you don't want. You won't say it. in
No,
front of
because I just don't,
5,000 people.
why. Okay, can you explain to me how it's relevant? I actually don't understand how this could be like
Yeah,
a
sure.
thing that I
The
need to answer at
relevancy-
all. I don't have an
Well,
answer.
Let it be known that you actually avoid the question because you.
Yeah,
can't
I
say it
don't
in
have an
front of
answer. I
5,000
don't have an answer.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer
You
for
can't
such
say
a
In
question.
front of 5,000 people. In front of 5,000 people. You
We're in
can't
front of
say
7,000 people.
You'd save a million more people by voting for Trump. You wouldn't do that.
Voting for a rapist?
Right? Would you let a million innocent people die?
Well,
by-
again,
and-
when you say a million innocent people, what you're not taking into account, you're not taking into account is all the people that specifically died due to Donald Trump, right? And all of the extra conditions in which he creates. So again, we can make a comparison.
to
I don't know
this.
how to make a comparison on that. I'd have to be able to like, write out some type of equation or something. I don't know what this comparison is. What's the point of this?
Wait. So why can you guys ask these insane hypotheticals when I ask one?
Wait, because mine have relevance. Mine makes sense to
Mine's
compare.
relevant.
No, it
Mine's
doesn't.
relevant, but if
How-
I give you the relevance
how?
of it, if I give you the relevance of it right now, you will pivot from the question and instead attack the
I
relevance.
promise you won't. I won't. I promise you I won't.
Yeah, sure. Okay, here's the relevance. Okay,
Okay.
you promise you won't in front of your 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I view this is one of the reasons I view
It's gonna be
human
abortion
life-
or something.
It is.
This is stupid because I don't consider them people.
You're attacking it. You're attacking it.
Because my position is different. I don't
I'm
consider them
asking you-
people.
I'm asking. The reason I was asking you the question, since you didn't answer it, is that since I view human life to be a fetus as well, and I grant the same moral worth, I would necessarily have to vote for Trump because by voting for Trump, less.
Watch this. He grants the same
That's
moral
who-
worth. Watch this. Abortion in the past 20 years was that
Wait,
worse?
now you won't. Now you won't.
Watch this. Yeah, of course. Of course, I can't attack his position in a debate.
You said you wouldn't do it.
I would attack your
You said you'd
position.
Answer my question. You said you'd answer my hypothetical first after I give you the relevance.
Okay, wait. Again, I never said I would answer the hype. I never said I would answer it if it wasn't
You
relevant.
said-
It's not relevant.
You said your hypotheticals have relevance. Mine didn't. I
It's
gave you
not
the
relevant. It's not relevant because I don't have to make that set of
Oh,
determination.
boring. This is boring, dude.
How is it?
All
It's
right.
not relevant towards my analysis. It's not an internal
I'm gonna-
critique. When you provide a hypothetical, it has to be an internal critique of my worldview. It wouldn't be like me from your perspective if I would hold your perspective or not. Like that doesn't make any
But
sense.
if my view of human life would be a fetus, wouldn't I necessarily have to vote for Trump because less people die?
No, you wouldn't have to necessarily. In that type of context, you probably wouldn't vote for either side.
No, you would vote for the one that causes less innocent life to die.
So again, you're not taking into account the overall context of how many people are going to die from Donald Trump
Yeah, here it comes, dude.
and
You just
have
can't-
died of Donald Trump.
Anyway.
You're assuming that they're okay. Also, let me also take into this for you because you believe
Also,
life
like,
begins
we're
at
18
conception.
more.
Listen to this. You believe life begins at conception, correct? Did Donald Trump advocate for paid for IVF?
Just a minute.
Did,
What's my DoorDash kid?
did Donald Trump advocate for paid for IVF?
Yes.
Okay. IVF, right, discards many zygotes and embryos per patient. Therefore, the amount of change in the amount that you're going to survive, comparing, right, the candidate, right, of Donald Trump compared to Kamala Harris, under your view, would actually be more deaths from Donald Trump paying for IVF, right, through the context of the system than there would be a change from moving abortion rights from a federal protection to leaving it up to the states. So if you want to talk about this type of analysis, it would actually be the other way around. And it would be the case that would you vote for Kamala Harris, given that it's going to save millions of lives to vote for Kamala Harris?
Wait. Well, before I even address that, I mean, IVF is an abortion.
You see how IVF discards zygotes and embryos,
No.
which kills them.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. What?
No, are you dumb? I can give you literally. I can give you
IVF discards zygotes and embryos. What are you talking about? Multiple per
Okay,
patient.
So let me give you a premise. Like, let me say this. How about this? Premise one would be like abortion is defined as the intentional termination of an existing pregnancy, right?
Yeah, in IVF, they intentionally discard
No,
them.
wait. You grant that? Yes or no?
Intentional discarding?
Oh yeah. Abortion, I would say, would be defined as. Let me think. Like
What about the intentional discarding of a human life?
Wait. You grant premise one or not?
What about the intentional discarding of a human life?
Do you grant premise one or not?
Okay, repeat it. Sorry.
Yeah, abortion. I would say. What would I say? Was defined as like intentional termination of a pregnancy.
Intentional termination of a pregnancy.
Correct.
Yeah, so intentional termination of
Was
a
Grant
pregnancy.
or not, Parker? Don't
Yeah,
just
well, I mean,
disagree with
yes,
premise
that's the way
one,
that I'm.
though?
Yes, that's the way that I define it. Sure.
Okay, great. So premise 2 would just be like a pregnancy begins when a fertilized embryo implants into the uterus and begins to develop.
Pregnancy begins when a fertilized embryo. Yes.
Okay, great. Great. Premise 2, great. Premise 3. IVF takes place
Dude,
before.
did I say IVF was an abortion? Are you trying to say I said IVF was an abortion?
You say IVF was an abortion. You're giving an argument for why Trump. Finish the argument, buddy. Premise 3. IVF. Let me think. IVF takes place before implantation outside the human body, and its purpose is to create a pregnancy, not end one. Get off Discord.
I'm not on Discord.
Yeah, you are. Get off Discord, buddy.
No, I'm not. I was writing down notes. Now, do you want to? Do you want
you slow? Man.
You're cooking me. What do you think you're
Do
cooking
you grant premise 3 or not?
Repeat it.
You're not listening.
No,
you
I'm
can't.
not,
You're not
I'm
listening.
not
He's on
listening
Discord.
anymore.
He's on Discord.
I don't have Discord open.
He's on Discord talking to Dean Withers. You can't answer it.
I'm
All right,
not
anyway,
talking to Dean.
Okay, so
Actually,
premise 3 was,
Dean did I think message me.
Okay, wait. Let me think. Premise 3. What did I say?
I'm just like literally not getting messages on my phone right now.
Okay. Tell you what. Put your hands in the air, buddy. Hands in the air, bud. Let me see them. All right, we're good. We're clean. All right. Premise 3. What did I say it was? The IVF takes place before implantation, outside the human body, and its purpose is to create a pregnancy, not end one.
Mm-hmm.
Grant that. Thank you. Premise 4 would be destroying or discarding embryos that were never implanted is not an abortion because no pregnancy ever occurred.
I never said it was an abortion.
Great. So why did you even use that? I had to cook you on that slowly. I would retract too if I were you, because you said it was abortion. Now you're saying it's not because you granted.
Never once said it was an abortion.
Listen, no offense, man. You're not like smart enough to talk to me. I'm gonna head out, buddy.
Are you
All right.
serious? Wait, hold up. You. By the way, I was saying that it was murder under his view to discard zygotes and embryos, and I'm apparently not smart enough to talk to this guy. Okay, that's interesting. That's really fucking interesting. That's hilarious, dude. That's actually fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. Dude, my phone is literally going crazy right now. My phone is going crazy right now.
Yo,
what's up?
bro, I was listening to like the end of that last debate, right? And like I was enjoying hearing the guests give like a syllogism. Like I don't see like more formal debate, on the live streams and whatnot. So I was enjoying it. But then the dude just ducked the fuck out of you. Dude just ducked you. He left. He said, "Oh, you're not smart enough to talk to me," and ran away, bro. Okay, like I just came up here to say, for those that are watching, if you're going to come up here and try to give like a formal argument, like that's awesome, right? But like, don't be a coward like that last guy, all right?
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you have a good rest of your day, man.
You have a good rest of your day, man. That was diabolical, dude. That was diabolical. Like, I literally sat through that whole thing. I'm like, dude, I literally never once said it was an abortion, right? Like, that's clearly not what I was arguing. Chat, I'm having so many issues with my phone right now. Like, my text messages are acting so weird right now. Like, they're not sending through. With my girlfriend. What is going on right now? I'm for some reason getting Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. What is going on? I literally restarted my phone too, chat. I'm so confused. And by the way, I'm not on my phone for a live stream. Appreciate the Galaxy. Thank you so much. Let me thank some people quick, and then we're gonna go on to the next person. Sid with the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, I am doing surprise streams later in the day, of course. Thank you, Janet. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, Jay with the $150 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. Some W's for Jay in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Jay. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Jay. Holy shit, that's incredibly kind. Thank you so much, Jay. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now? Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Holy shit, thank you. Selena, thank you so much for the dollar. Seriously, though, I know he was just being so specific, and I wanted to clarify that. But Ash, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. I literally will. I might right now. Lola, thank you so much for the dollar. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Janet, thank you for the $5. Emily, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Okay, I think it's acting really weird. Madden, thank you so much for the $150 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Madden. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to work on it, honestly. Emily, thank you for the $5. Like, I watched back a clip from, like, the other day, and I'm, like, always hard on myself. I'm, like, I gotta, every circumstance, you know, anytime I'm, like, I'm off at all, I always try to, like, be more patient. But it's hard. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, everyone. Let me go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? That was actually so funny that he's like, you're not smart enough to talk to me. That was so funny, shot. So funny. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 26.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Sure, yeah.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Probably, that's a good one. I'd have to relook at what they're all offering on policy and stuff. But I want to say my main reason,
Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, Parker. We talked yesterday, big dog.
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, bro, I talked to you for like 45 minutes yesterday.
Okay. All right. If I talked to you yesterday, I'm going to go on to the next person. It says one time only. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, 41.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
So I do support Donald Trump, not for the classical reasons. I support Donald Trump because I think our country needs a president like Donald Trump right now in this in our phase, because he is actually exposing the fragility of our system. He is exposing the hypocrisy of all our representatives, all the Congress, whether Democrats or classical Republicans. I think Trump is not the problem. I think Trump is the symptom of all the failed policies that we've had all these
so
times.
to clarify, you do think that what Trump's advocating for is bad, correct?
I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I am just looking for people who like specifically do support Donald Trump, like in like they're a Trump supporter type of way, not in like a you think that Trump is bad, but you think that he's like a good position for accelerationism. You know. Pretty sure they were just on the live. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh,
Diabolical. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It'll help get it out to more people. Alrighty, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo.
How old are you?
42.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do support Donald Trump.
Why so?
Well, I think he's done a pretty solid job with the border. We have less crossings now. There's less of the DRUGS stuff coming across now. I think that we brought in, $30 million this month for the tariffs. I think that what he's doing right now is going to bring in our economy a lot of money here within the next couple of years.
I'm pretty sure it's like that one specific troll that always comes up on the live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, play Farm Sim, please.
Farm Sim. Parker, play Farm Sim. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
26.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Are you driving?
Fuck, yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Come on when you're not driving. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, Parker.
I'm getting a lot of trolls right now, chat. I don't know what's going on. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28 years old.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I think it's crazy that you kicked me, but then said that I disconnected and ran.
What? I didn't kick you.
Yeah, you did, buddy. All right, thanks for lying to your everyone. He didn't kick me. He didn't kick me, right? He's just lying. I left.
You said that I was too dumb to talk to you, right?
One of your mods kicked me. You have mods? They kicked me.
No, they didn't. You just lied. It would tell me that
They
they kicked
kicked
you. It would tell me
They
they kicked
kicked
you.
me from the live. I had to come
Totally
on this account
lying.
and talk to my name.
Totally lying.
Yeah, whatever, dude. All right, man. Yeah, you kicked me out. Thanks, buddy. Or your mods did.
I didn't do either. He just left again. What the fuck? Why'd he do that? What is going on? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Please play Farm Sim, Park.
How did he get up on a... was that a second account or something? What the hell? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, Parker? 26.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do. Well, over the other party, I do. That's
Okay.
a better way to put it.
Okay, why so?
So it's really for the main reason that I believe conservatives are, and you may disagree with this, but I think conservatives typically are a bit more informed, not the far right. As you can see right now, there's a lot of people who are really eating up a lot of garbage. And where I come from is a camp where and I'm just going to say this, didn't vote for either side, but I saw during the last election and just the last administration a lot of things I didn't like.
I understand. If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I still would have voted for Donald Trump, and it's for the reason that I think a lot of conservatives, or at least they had a certain set of expectations. It's not all conservatives, but there's a lot of them that did have a set of expectations that aren't being met. And I feel as though, and this is just my own observation, that when Biden was president, there was a lot of just less people informed, especially when things were going on that were negative within his administration. And I do think there were a lot of negatives, and I think that truthfully, and this may be somewhat conspiratorial, but I think that both parties are lobbied, and there's a little bit of truth on both sides. And I think that in a lot of instances, there were instances where, and I know these are your boys, I don't want to be disrespectful, but people like Harry specifically, but others would defend Biden, and it'd be really hard for him to ever take a stance against Biden. And that was during a time where, no one's perfect, and there are certainly times where he was defending things that I don't think had any sort of merit, I guess you could say. And so in a lot of instances, I think that right now there's just a conservative base within the conservative base. And again, I would consider myself third party, who is becoming more and more aware. And there's actually a growing base of conservatives who actually don't like Trump. And I feel like you've probably noticed that too. I mean, it seems like the public sentiment is shifted. I mean, a lot of people don't like Trump, and it's like on media and everywhere else, even like Fox, which I don't like listening to Fox. Like, that's not like my news. I listen to like all news, just for perspective, but even they are like, chiming in with things they don't approve of. And that's a completely different, rhyme or song that they were, having just like 6 months ago. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I think that it's better that he won because more people are becoming aware. and they're becoming aware of issues that existed when Biden was in too.
Okay. So would you support Hitler because more people became aware because of how bad a candidate he was?
No, but I don't think that that's a proper analogy because I think that
so you wouldn't argue
Hitler,
for a candidate just because it is the case that they, bring about more people, taking into account what's going on. You would
I'm saying
support
like,
a
if that
candidate
were the
because of their better policy, right? Because of their better candidacy as a person.
Well, certainly, but with your analogy that you just brought up with Hitler, it's just a little different because, as I mentioned before, I think like a lot of the issues is like within both parties. So it'd almost be like as if, Hitler running in the election, like Hitler was a face, but at the same time, there was a lot of problem on the other side as well. And, like AIPAC, different PACs that exist, people, a lot of money, they buy politicians on both sides.
Okay. So
Israel was committing genocide under both administrations.
Yes.
And I think,
yes,
the conservative base.
Hey,
sorry, go ahead.
Can I ask you a few questions? What is better for Trump?
Yeah. What's better for Trump?
Yeah.
What would be like what would be like if he like did well, you mean, or like what would be better for him like as his career, like, or like if what he was doing, or like what would be better like personally, or what do you mean by
why is he better?
Why is he better?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, and this was, the main point that I was making, that it's making people aware so that's the number one thing. And then, that's basically it. It's making people more aware of like, because for example, like, during the Biden administration, there's a lot of people talking against, genocide things going on in Israel and all these things going on and the wars. And then Trump made a lot of promises that he wasn't able to keep. And there's a lot of conservatives who are, not super sold or super dumb, in my opinion. And they're holding him accountable to those promises. And so he was saying, or no, it was J.D. Vance was saying a few days ago, they were saying like, no one was really talking about, Israel and aid. And no one was really talking about Epstein, when the other administration was in. And it's like, well, yeah, the conservative base was. And the assumption is that you guys would release stuff. So more people are starting to hold him accountable, if that makes sense.
I'm confused. Do you remember what my question was?
Yeah, you said if he's better or if he's just a better candidate.
Yeah, what makes Trump
And I'm
better?
saying because if Kamala had won or if Biden had won, I feel as though we would have just continued an apathetic type attitude.
Are you left wing?
And it wouldn't. No.
Okay. So apathetic. What do you mean?
So apathy. So like, I think that's just a big problem, like with what's going on today, in general, why a lot of people aren't, are either indecisive or people, even just like taking action or being vocal. I think that was a big issue during like COVID and ever since COVID, really, we've just been apathetic. And, that's what I think history will remember this generation as. And that's what was happening in the time of the Holocaust too. When you look back at people ask, why were the Germans not doing anything? It's because, humans, it's just part of the human condition to have apathy, unfortunately.
So you think Trump is a bad person?
Yeah.
You think Trump is? I'm confused. Like, oh my God, are you? Oh my God. So
right? No, I'm. You ask any question,
but you would vote for him.
Because I see voting for him and Kamala the same, as being the same, because it's for the AIPAC and the uni parties.
If it's the same, why would you vote for one over the other?
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. And if at least when you vote for Trump, at least now there was a certain set of expectations that the conservative base had, and he had a lot of promises that aren't being kept. And it's made more people aware than I think would have happened if Biden were in, is what I'm saying.
More people aware of what?
Of AIPAC, of just government corruption itself. A lot of people are saying it was conspiracy for the government itself to be corrupt.
So you're saying because Donald Trump is corrupt himself, more corrupt, that means he shows more of that corruption, right?
I mean, I wouldn't even say more. I would say corrupt equally. But yeah, I think we're entering a stage now where it's like, obviously, when corruption reveals itself, it can only go more corrupt. And so I think that's just the direction we're heading. I think that he was, supposed to be in. I think this is like a part of.
If corruption shows itself, there will be more corruption. Okay.
Well, that's the only right. That's the only way that it
then
can
Donald.
go.
So then what you're saying is that if Donald Trump shows more corruption, there will be even more corruption that will come from that. So then why would you vote for corruption then?
Well, I'm saying it would have happened from both sides. It would have been more corruption. I'm saying because there was corruption in the previous
but in a
administration, it was just going to happen.
As a comparison, Harris
Even
versus,
if look,
Harris versus Trump, who's more corrupt?
I would say it's equal. That's my point because we can agree,
if it's
right?
Equal,
so
wait, if it's equal,
So-
are they going
Right.
to do the same policy?
likely, yeah.
Okay, if they're going to do the same policy, if they are the same person, right? Everything is equal. Then there's no distinction between them. Correct?
Not like when it comes to like the 10-year plan, I don't think so. I think like we're on a certain path. But when it comes, that's what I'm saying. When you
Dude,
look
this
at,
is the most incoherent yapping. I can't do it, dude. I'm sorry. This is the worst. This is the worst. What the fuck was that? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Please play Farming Sim, Parker. I'm back.
Dude, this guy is a legend at getting up on the stream. He's a legend. I'm confused. I swear he just gets up every time. Oh, okay. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump and meet the set of criteria that's on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Ariel, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. Thank you. By the way, everyone, I think I'm getting notifications on Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. I'm like not getting messages on my phone. It's like acting really weird today. But I think I'm still getting Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. Like I still got a message. And my phone is acting so weird. I even restarted my phone and it still like is acting weird. So I don't know what's going on. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Quite frankly.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's up, Parker?
Do you support Donald
27.
Trump?
Actually, I only support the Farming Simulator kid.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, man, it's me, Tony, again.
Did I already talk to you?
You can ask any. You did. I was the one who said the 10-year thing. So I can elaborate because
I like you to play Farming Simulator.
Now everyone wants me to play Farm Sim. Madi, thank you so much for the $4.20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, I need to stop forgetting. I think I did this morning though. I think I did put it there this morning. I just didn't repeat that I was live again right now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, yo, what's up? I'm 28.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I just support you playing Farming Simulator with that kid.
Oh no. I'm the beard. Thank you so much for the 25. Thank you. No, I'm not a socialist. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck Trump.
Let's go. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Maybe one day. To be honest with you, I have no clue what Farm Sim is. I have no clue. I'm guessing it's like a farming simulator. Yep, it's in the name though. You know, like yeah. Wow, really? I know, right? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 30 and you changed my 62-year-old friend's mind on everything. So I just want to say thank you. She was insufferable and now she is easy to talk to. So thank you.
Let's go. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Can we some W's for them in the comment section, especially for the change? Let's go. We love that. We love that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Play Farm Sim.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. It's going to be a new thing. Oh no. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. I'm the beard. Thank you so much for the 25. And okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Marie, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Thank you. Sci-fi, thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you. That's so funny. All right, here. Let's... Oh, why is it not loading? What the hell? What is it? What's going on? Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everybody. Nova, thank you so much for the $1 for Play Farm Sim. Crazy. DJ, thank you so much for the galaxy. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, please play Farm Sim, bro. Just play it, bro. Come on.
Gelato, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Play Farm Simulator.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, why are you afraid to debate the Farm Sim kid? Let's get it going.
This is the new Cookie King Mogsy. This is the new Cookie King Mogsy. That's the new one. Nova, thank you so much for the $1 for Play Farm Sim. Crazy. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Do you support Donald Trump?
No, I don't. But can I just say one thing really quick?
How much you want to bet they were gonna play Farm Sim? Aaron, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Change the criteria for you don't want to play Farm Sim. Bruce to the $5. Thank you. You don't want me to. No, that's so funny. That's so funny though. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Need to play Farm Sim.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, bro. I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Oh, why so?
Because he probably plays a lot of Farm Sim.
I just knew he was gonna do it. I just knew it. Like, I had, like, the intuition. I just fucking knew it. I just knew it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Fuck, I'm coming. Oh, fuck, I'm coming. Oh.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Libby, thank you so much for the $25 for I'm sorry, but the Farm Sim kid has become a legend. I'm serious. Emily, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Aaron, thank you for the $5. Nova with the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Me.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I goon to Farm Sim.
Oh, please don't do this, chat. Can we get a debate, everyone? Please only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. We're simply just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Wiggly, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. How many likes to play Farm Sim? If I hit 7,000 likes on YouTube, I'll play Farm Sim today. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Please play Farm Sim.
I know that sounds impossible. It's because it is. Well, maybe a different day. You know, there's 4,000 people in the stream. It's actually possible, but like, yo, how old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What state do you live in?
California.
What time is it?
Like 4:40.
Can you name 3 cities in California?
Texas.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, I'm sorry, man, but play Farm Sim, please.
7,000 likes on YouTube. 7,000 likes. And we'll play Farm Sim. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck, I'm coming. Oh my god.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Please, everyone, only do that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. There's one thing that could change my mind, though, and that's if you played Farm Sim with that kid.
Matthew,
Yo.
thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up? I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
I'm not like them trolls and coming here and gotta say something, but I support Trump because he didn't have 80,000 children missing from the border. No.
Okay, so what did the Biden-Harris administration do specifically to lead to 80,000 children being missing at the border?
Not care about the border. Just let anybody come across and, just kids went missing. 80,000 children. Wait, so are you saying are you
not
denying
care
the
about the
fact
border?
that 80,
So the bipartisan border.
wait,
So the
are you-
bipartisan border.
But we didn't
bi-
need no bill to secure the border. We didn't need no bill to secure the
Why
border.
did we need to
Trump-
secure the border?
Why do we need to secure the border?
No, what did we need to secure the border?
No, obviously a new president. I mean, Trump didn't make a new bill to do anything. I mean, we just had a new president. Boom, looks like problems fixed. Biden was talking about we need bills, we need
So you
this
think
and
you
this
think
and
there's
that.
you think there's
No,
no
hold on,
children?
but
You think there's
don't
no
dodge the
children going
question.
missing now?
Well, no, I'm surely there is, but is there 80,000? Parker, do you agree?
again,
Are you
so can
disagreeing with the Parker?
Can you give
are
me
you
what's
disagreeing
your
with the fact
hey,
that
hey,
there's 80?
what's your source?
No, I'm not. What's my source? You can look it up on anything. Look it up on Google. Look it up on anything.
Look it up
there
on
was
Google.
80,000. There was 80,000 missing
Everyone
children from the border.
claps for the source. Look it up on Google. Thank you so much for the source.
I mean,
appreciate
look
Thank
it
you.
up.
Queen, thank you so much for the $5. Gem with the $2. Thank you. Garrett, thank you so much for the
are you
$5. Thank
disagreeing-
you.
Are you disagreeing with the fact that there's 80,000 children missing from the border in the Biden administration?
I just haven't looked at the numbers in terms of how
do
many
you not care about
specifically
children?
are
Do you
missing.
not care about children?
I do
So
care
do you
about
not
children.
care? Okay,
Wait,
so
me not seeing
you
the
obviously
numbers. Me not seeing the numbers before it doesn't mean I don't care. I have a question. Do you think that your parents would know?
there's 80,000 children
Do you
missing
think
from
your
the
parents
border,
would know
and
how many
not
kids?
not one Democrat,
Do you think your parents would know how many kids are missing at the border?
not one Democrat.
Would your parents know how many people are missing at the border?
So are you denying the fact that there was?
Would your parents care about how many people are missing at the border?
How are you gonna ask?
Would your parents know about how many
I'm
people
not
are
gonna
missing at the
answer
border?
the question if you don't.
Would your parents know about how many kids are missing
I'm
at the
not
border?
going to answer.
Would your parents know about how many kids are missing at the border?
So you don't care about them.
Are your parents?
So you don't care about the.
Do you want me to keep asking this
Like,
question? I'm not gonna do this, bro. All day. I want you to answer the question.
I want you to answer mine.
I will after. I promise.
I asked you first. It's this not just because you have.
Too bad.
Just because you're a host don't mean you.
It quite
This
literally
what you
does.
do all day?
It quite literally does. You can answer the question, or we could sit here all day and do this.
I'll
You want to do this?
I'll answer it.
You will. Okay.
I'll answer it. Are you gonna keep muting me, bud?
No, I was gonna let you answer it.
So, do you not care about the 80,000 missing children from the border?
So he clearly is not going to answer it.
Like, what? Are you going to answer the question, though?
I do care.
Oh, okay. So, are you denying
I
it?
do care about children missing. I just don't know the
Can
specific
I-
number.
can I
Me not knowing the specific. Do you want me to kick you? Like, you're acting like a child right now. Can you stop?
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. So, obviously I do care. Me not knowing the specific number doesn't mean I don't care. And what I was trying to demonstrate to you was that your parents probably don't know the number, and yet you would say that they still do care. Okay? So, that's all I was trying to demonstrate.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you? But that's the thing. Do you not care that the Biden administration lost
What do they?
80,000
What did?
children?
No. So you said the Biden administration lost them. What did they do to lose them?
I mean, not care about the border, not make sure who was coming across the border and who wasn't. I mean, and then when they did, hold on, let me finish my
You're
point.
just lying.
Can I please finish? Let me just finish my
You're
point.
literally
real
lying
quick.
though.
And then the kids that did come across, when they tested them, they tested for, there was, I don't know if I can't say the word on here because it could get banned, but there was, I can't say that, but they were R-worded. They were raped by other men across the border. Are you looking at something right now? Can you show your screen? What are you looking at right now?
I'm reading an article that I'm going to literally tell you right after that specifically relates to the
Get off
context
ChatGPT,
of
bro.
claim. I'm
Get
on
off-
AP News.
Get off ChatGPT, bro.
It's AP News.
Get off ChatGPT, bro.
It's AP News.
But nah, back to my point.
Do you want me
though.
to
So,
read
like,
it?
are you gonna? Would you call out the Biden administration? Would you say that's a bad thing that 80,000 children were lost during at the border?
See, I want to.
Is that a bad thing?
I want to hear the specific source you have, one, because the claim that I've typically heard from people who make this particular claim is like 300,000. And
It wasn't
I
300.
have,
Okay, they are just lying. It was 80,000. There was no 300,000 children missing. It was 80,000.
I understand.
They did a
What's your
I
title?
watched.
What's the title?
Well, I watched this. I watched a YouTube video of the senators talking about it, and they were asking. I forgot who they were asking, but it was someone from the Biden administration, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about how 80,000 children were missing.
So,
and they were.
So here, can I read this off? I want you to hear this real quick.
Yeah, and what is this source to? What is this article? Who made the article?
AP News. Is it okay if I
Okay.
read this? The
Yep,
report
yep,
noted
yep.
that 291,000 unaccompanied migrant children had not, as of May 2024, received a notice to appear in court. Additionally, more than 32,000 unaccompanied migrant children got a notice to appear but then failed to show up for immigration court hearings. Those figures came from ICE and covered a period from October 2018 to September 2023. During that period, there were a total of 448,820 unaccompanied children released by ICE to the Department of Health and Human Services. But experts say it's a stretch to refer to roughly 300,000 children as lost or missing. This is not missing a quote-unquote missing kids problem. It's a missing paperwork problem. Jonathan Bier, Associate Director of Research and Evaluation for the Acacia Center for Justice, Unaccompanied Children's Program, wrote in an email.
And could you give me 1 second so I can go give you my source? And anyways, if you did kick me up, you're just gonna start getting these trolls talking about Farming Simulator or something. I don't know what.
Sorry,
that is.
I didn't hear what you were saying. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I said even if like you do kick me and we don't have a debate after this, there's kids that are gonna come up here and
when did
gonna
I
just
say I was
talk
gonna
about
kick
farming.
you?
Whoa, I'm talking about. Look, everybody's spamming in the comments, kick. But like, there's gonna be other kids that are gonna come up here and just talk about like Farming Simulator and stuff. So, but hold on, can I go grab my source real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, bet.
Sid, by the way, thank you so much for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for works kept me quieter with the school year starting, but I wanted to send love to this whole community. The world's felt heavy lately, but I'm so thankful for the space. Also, officially heading back to school for poli-sci, and this space helped inspire that. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Seriously. W's for Sid in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Sid. That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Shannon, thank you so much for the $9. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Twice. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Garrett, thank you for the $5 again. Thank you. As well as Matthew, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's Center of Public.
Hold up. I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app, by the way.
Yeah, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
Let me get my mic 1 second.
So my source is Center for Public Integrity, and it says tens of thousands of undocumented children got lost contact during the Biden administration. So they lost contact with tens of thousands of illegal immigrants.
So it's just
illegal
a missing
children.
paperwork thing.
No, well, it's not even that the fact that it's just missing paperwork. It's they lost contact with them. So would you put that on their part that they should have like not lost those papers and they should have stayed in contact with those tens of thousands of children and we don't know where the tens of thousands of children are? Would you say that's a bad thing or that's a good thing? Just a question.
Well, that's misleading. That's a misleading
Well,
statement.
well,
These
well,
people
Jaden,
aren't
I'm pretty sure
lost.
it's a one-on-one
Hey,
debate. I'm not
I don't
talking.
give a shit. I don't really give a shit. By the
Yeah,
way,
you
you
know, let me
purposely
finish my point,
excluded.
Jaden.
Excuse me. You purposely excluded that number that you're citing across these 4 years. The Inspector General report cites 2019 as well, which was Trump. 2019 and 2020 are Trump's numbers. So at least half of this, or at least two-fourths, half of
This was from 2021 to
2/5 of
2024.
this. No, the number that you're citing across
No,
the
it's really not.
291,000. That's what you just mentioned, right?
I did not
He's been
mention
mentioning
that.
80,000, which
Okay,
is
you
what I've
mentioned
been asking
80,000,
about.
right?
Yeah, and it was from
So
and it
that
was a
comes
report
from the DHS, yeah?
No, you gotta. Can you let me finish? It
I'm
was
sure
from
you've asked
late
that lots of times.
2020. It's
Go
from
ahead.
late 2020 to early of 2024.
Okay, so who was
Tens of
president in
thousands. Hold on.
2020?
Late of 2020.
That
Late
doesn't
of
matter.
2020. But it was Trump. But they started counting for the late of 2020. So basically, the beginning of the Biden administration, the late of 2020.
Okay, he
turning
wasn't
into
president
2021.
late of 2020.
Well,
but either way,
no
the
shit.
number that you're citing comes from 2019 to 2023, the
It's
DHS
not.
Inspector General report, which doesn't say that these people were lost, merely that there was a failure on the notice to appear part of this, in which people weren't returning phone calls. That's not a matter of them being lost or trafficked or S8 or any of that fact.
But so you would know that based off of that we lost contact with them. How would you know? So
How would
if
I
you
know what?
lost contact with those tens of thousands of children that came across the border, would you would just think that they're in okay hands, they're in great
Well,
hands?
there's a multitude.
I
there's
mean,
a-
it's kind of weird for you to say.
There's
that.
a multitude for reasons as to why there's a lack of contact. Things including incorrect addresses, sponsors' reluctance, logistical issues having to do with phone lines, Wi-Fi service,
But-
whatever the case may be, or lack of phone. That's not a matter of them somehow harboring children or trafficking them or hiding them illegally.
But they don't know where they are.
We do have an idea of where they are. They're not lost.
So we have an. So can you look up? Can you show me where they are? Like what your guys'
What, like
idea
every
of
single
where they are?
kid is? I couldn't show you.
I
Where
mean,
every
I mean,
single
not
child
every
is.
single
It would be
kid.
a
I
case
mean,
by case basis.
if there's tens of thousands that we still don't know where they are, like, would you just assume that they're in great hands and they're with their family and they're with the people that they should be with? Like, are you just gonna assume that just
It's
because
not an
of the
assumption. We have Inspector General reports on this.
Okay, can you show me? Could you show me the source?
I have
for
to
that?
pull it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
The guest is so lost. Okay.
Clueless, I might say.
I mean, I'm sorry that I feel for those tens of thousands of children that are
You really don't.
lost.
What has Trump
I
done to
really
find them?
do though.
What's he done to find them?
What has the Biden administration?
I
done to
didn't
find them?
ask. He's not president anymore. What has
has
Trump
the?
done?
Well, yeah, because America woke up and they're.
Okay, did he find those 80,000 kids?
I mean, no.
Oh,
Did Biden?
oh,
did
what?
Biden? Did Biden?
wait,
Did
I-
Biden
wait,
even try? I mean, it was
Can I ask you a
Biden's-
question?
it-
Yes,
no,
actually.
Parker, it
Yes,
was
the
Biden's-
reunification was Biden's policy.
Yeah. Also, I just
Okay, and how
can I
many
ask
of
him
those
this
tens of
question?
thousands
Can I
of
ask you?
kids did-
Can I ask you this question?
No, because I'm already talking to Jaden, so I'd rather Jaden pull up his freaking
No, this
source.
is Parker's show. Okay, ask the question.
I
Parker.
mean, how are you guys just gonna keep jumping in, off and on? When like, can we have a one-on-one conversation? Am I talking to Parker or Jaden here? Which one?
You can talk to Jaden.
Well, I'm looking
Okay,
for the report.
thank you. I
but
appreciate
you can
it.
ask. You can
I
ask
would-
the
no,
question.
I
while
would love
find
to
this
see the report, Jaden. I really.
Yeah, I
would
know.
love to
Give
see
me
the
a
report.
moment. Parker, in the meantime, can ask you his question.
No, I wouldn't answer.
Well, we're not going to just sit here in silence. I want to find the report and read it to you.
I mean, why is it taking
be
you so long to
thorough.
find the report, though?
Because it's a few years old.
It should be one search. You should be able to find it.
Okay. No, I have to be thorough with the keywords I use.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask him this question real
And
quick.
you're still talking, so it's
Swiping. Can you name one economic policy Donald Trump influenced to get passed that you think is beneficial?
Yeah. What's? Hold on. I have to go look. I don't know like the
Okay, it should
I
be
did not
one
mean-
Google
I did not
search
mean to
away.
close out. I did not mean to
It should
close
be
out.
one Google search away, real quick, right?
Oh yeah. Hold on. It's about the drill policy. You know that he's gonna open back up the pipelines that Biden closed and lost tens
Which
of thousands
ones?
of jobs for people.
Which
Hold on, I can go
ones?
look at it. I can go pull up.
Let him go find it, everyone. Do 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 do.
Right here, Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Refugee Resettlement. This was from a 2023 ORR audit, cited multiple sources that states that ORR successfully reached either the child, the sponsor, in over 80% of the cases during safety and well-being calls conducted 30 to 37 days after release. This suggests that the majority of unaccompanied children, or UACs, are not quote-unquote lost, but are in contact with ORR post-release, implying a significant portion of the are safe with sponsors. For example, in fiscal year 2022, ORR care providers reached over 81% through these calls.
By the way, right now he's taking longer to go find this one policy, Pierce the Galaxy, than Jaden took to find the source that was multiple years old.
So it was the Keystone pipelines. That's what we were talking about. The Keystone pipelines that
The
Biden
Supreme
closed that
Court
lost
made it
tens
so
of
that they
thousands
can't do
of
that.
jobs.
No,
That
Biden didn't
lost
close
tens
the
of
Keystone
thousands.
pipeline.
He
No, he actually
did
furthered
that.
the construction. Do you know the difference between Keystone and Keystone XL?
Yep.
No, I don't. Explain.
Okay, so he shut down the Keystone XL
Fucking
permits, not the Keystone pipeline. That's still in
Okay,
operation.
okay. Oh, inform
shit,
me.
we're
though.
having an
I'm here
earthquake.
to learn also too, though.
We just had an earthquake over here. That was weird.
I'm
Really?
also here to learn
Are you
too,
okay?
though.
I
No,
didn't.
I'm
feel
fine. It was just mild. I just felt something shake under my ass, but yeah, I'm good.
Well, tell your mom to stop jumping.
Shut up. That's
Dude,
just
that
gross,
was
man.
what the fuck?
He left.
I kicked him. I think that's just weird. Like,
That's good. Yeah.
yeah, like what a
No, it
weirdo.
was, we just had a mild earthquake.
Nigger, 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 nigger. I'm
Ew.
bus boy. Nigger, nigger, nigger.
Ugh.
Fucking gross. So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria that I'm putting on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you
He did not acknowledge my source, by the way.
Never did. Not once. All right, let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone. I think I have another hour or so left on the live, everyone. A little less than an hour.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to go live after this.
Nice, nice. Is that ringing on? I don't think that's
Is it
ringing.
me?
I mean, I think that is ringing for you. Yeah. I don't know if it's the mic or if it would be something in the background noise. I just want to make sure everything's okay. Gelato, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Because
Is it better? Do you still hear it?
I still hear it. Yeah. Is it something that
it might
you
be my
like hear, or is it
AC.
just like the microphone?
I don't know. I don't hear anything.
Wait, I don't
Is it
hear it
gone?
anymore now. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well.
I was just trying to
shit.
make sure it
Okay.
wasn't like anything like bad because like there was just like an earthquake.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
All right, listen. He got back into the White House, right? He's back in. All right. Gas is like $5. He made it premium for everyone. He like invented gas.
Uh-huh.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. We are just looking for some debates. We got about another hour left on the live, everyone. So only do send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Simply just looking for some debates right now. Simply just looking for some debates. If you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
31.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Parker, I'm sorry I had a line. No, I don't, but I do.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I am just looking for some debates. Only do send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Jojo, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Jojo in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Jojo. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Oh, I did just get a second flag. I should probably hit a restart. You want to join back on the after I hit a quick restart?
Yes.
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'll see you there. I'll see you there here in a second. Everyone, just letting everyone know, for the 4,400 people here on the TikTok stream, I would recommend to go over to the YouTube, or you can come right back here on the TikTok here in a second. We're about to hit a quick restart. Everyone, about to hit a quick restart. We got 2 flags for today on this stream, so we just want to hit a quick restart so that we don't get this account taken away. And it's like really close to be taken away, so just want to be safe. Just want to be safe. I'll see you here back in a second, everyone.
All right, see you then.
See you in a second. See you in a second. Alrighty, everyone. Give it 1 second. I just have to kill the VOD real quick, and then just gotta kill the VOD. Alrighty. Luna, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. He said to tell you hi? Yo, that's so cool. That's so cool. I've known who they are for a long time. I like their content. I like their stuff. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, everyone, give it a second for everyone to join up. Give it 1 second. Give it 1 second. Oh, why did I have 5 minutes. I put a stopwatch on when they did that. Maudie, thank you so much for the $4.20. I think it's like the 10th or something. It's kind of diabolical. And Gayla, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10. Christina, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you, thank you. I'm so sorry, everyone. Sandra, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandra. DJ, thank you for the Galaxy. Thank you for the Little Crown as well. If you want to support me as always, again, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio as well as the description of YouTube. If you're on YouTube, everyone, I'd really appreciate if you like the stream. Seriously, it helps send it out more. I don't know how it is in terms of like separating the lives. I don't know if it'd be bad for like the push on the streams. I assume that it's not going to be like harmful, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming through. I posted 2 videos today. One just posted right now, by the way. One just posted right now. It was that one guy that told me to get a job but then didn't have a job himself.
There we go.
Oh, wait. What does it say live? Oh, there we go. We're good. What's up? What's up?
There we go. How's it going?
Going good. I just uploaded a video. I was telling the chat of a guy who was, oh, they're totally a fetus. Who is jobless and in college and not working during the summer, and then telling everyone else to get a job. And if they don't get a job, they can't get Medicaid and food stamps. And I was like, how are you going to tell people to get a job if you don't have a job yourself? And you're like not working. That's like so diabolical.
It's ironic. I know.
Kelly, thank you so much for this one. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
Hello. Hello. Would you like to buy some Boy Scout cookies?
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
I am
What's
going
up? How old
to
are
be
you?
addressing the rumours about a video I made in which
This is a video. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Just looking for some debates. So please, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 22.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
We do not have a causal obligation to illegal immigrants or at the same time asylum seekers. It's not our fault that your country's going to hell.
Oh, okay. I have a question. Do you think immigrants are beneficial to our economy?
Yeah, I do not care. We do not have a causal obligation to them. With the action of them infringing upon people's negative rights to private property and the taxations that we are using in like New York, California to house them, give them food, everything like this, resources, this is going to be a moral action. We should deport them.
Yeah, so
Funny.
the United States as a country, right? That's not private property. So like
Yes, it
actually
is.
if you
I would
believe
just say that
if you believe in a free market completely, well then you wouldn't want a restriction of the free market in terms of
Wait,
people
can
going
anyone
from
come
one
to-
area to another area, because that would be a restriction on the free market.
Wait, can anyone come to the United States? So like if Putin wanted to come to the United States right now, could he?
That would be under your worldview, not mine.
Yeah, I would have no problem with this action taking place. But if we're going with the action of people infringing upon people's native rights to the private property, the NAP, I would just say that we do not have a causal obligation to them.
Wait, how exactly are they infringing on private property?
Yeah, I would
rights?
just say with the taxation that's actively being used, this is
What?
going to be.
That's not how does that infringe on private property rights?
Yeah, I would just say that when it comes to private property, anything that you self-govern or at the same time have, so when they're crossing the border,
I
other
didn't
than-
ask you to define it. I'm asking
Yeah.
how they infringe upon private property
Yeah, I would just
rights.
say I would just say with the active where they aren't passing through checkpoints and they're going through private property.
How did they go through private property?
Yeah, when they cross the border instead of going through the right
That's
checkpoint.
not private property.
Yeah, if you look at the border, typically this is still
It's
going to be
not.
kind of the private property of the United States.
It's
This
not
isn't
private property. What? That's not how that works.
It is private property. It's not going to be self-governed by anyone. Can any person come over the border straight up without having a passport or anything?
Yeah, usually they can.
Okay, cool. Does that make them from that country?
What? From what country?
United States. Let's just say someone from Mexico. If they cross the border into the United States, should they have like the moral?
Well, you never specified whether or not they're migrant
okay,
or not.
cool.
You just said, can people
Let's
cross
just
the
say
border?
Illegal immigrants. If we want to be precise with my words, since we're going to play
There we go.
antics. Okay, so anyone that crosses the border illegally from
A country by definition is not private property. Like as defined by capitalists themselves, they don't define it as private property. You can keep trying to say that yourself, but that's just ridiculous. Because it's not exclusive control by private industries or private agents. It's a public government. Because given that same definition, they'd be arguing that central planning is free market.
Okay.
Is he gonna
I
unmute?
don't know what happened to him.
What
Yeah,
happened?
I don't know.
It says like it's not muting him. It's like glitched.
He muted himself.
I think he has to unmute himself, and he won't.
Wonder how this argument extends to things like temporary protected status and refugees, people who are directly harmed from U.S. policy seeking refuge.
Happy days. You can leave the live and come back and join the guest box. I'll try to add you up. I'm the Beard. Thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, everyone, for you people on the TikTok stream, I recommend to go over to YouTube and like the stream. Everyone, it helps send it out to more people. I would very much appreciate that. If you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description to YouTube. Alrighty, everyone. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, let me see if I can find them in the box. There he is.
Okay, so if you're going to classify it as other people's subjective definition, I'm just going to say that's appealing to authority.
Well,
which
all
really-
definitions are subjective.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to argue the point of the situation. I'm going to say that anything is going to be private property to like the group of people or the person that owns this. For America, it's gonna be everyone that-
America isn't owned by a person.
Yeah, I would just say that it's owned by people. We can be able to look at the situation of homesteading. Multiple people can do this action. It doesn't give the rights for other people to come in and infringe upon them. This is the same
If one of the
situation.
people that
It's the
wait,
same
I have a
situation.
question. I have a question. If we like if I live in like an apartment with people, 3 different people own this apartment. I'm one of the owners of the apartment, and I invite someone over. Is that person trespassing if 2 other people don't want them there?
Wait, you're saying that you own this apartment. Is it equally across the board for everyone?
Yes.
And there's not one person at the high point like Donald Trump?
What do you mean at the high point? I'm just saying that as a
Yeah,
person.
so if we're talking as the person that owns the building, so in this analogy that you would have to have someone at the tippy, which this would be President Trump. So unless if you're the person at the top making the situation at that point, then I would just say no, you wouldn't be able to do this action.
Okay, so you have to be at the person at the top in order to be able to
Yeah, I would
verify
just
whether
say
or not
with,
people
like,
should be allowed in the country.
Jesus
So I have a question.
Christ.
Who determines whether or not someone has legal status in the country? The president of the United States?
Yeah, I don't care about the legal
or
status.
the
because we're talking
judicial.
about the moral- Yeah, I'm talking about the
Well, you're
moral
appealing to
situation.
legality right
Is
now.
it, is it
No,
ju-
wait,
no. I need
I've always
I need him to
appealed to
clarify this
morality.
because this is an incredibly important point. Who determines the legal status of an individual? The executive or the judicial?
Yeah, it's going to be the Supreme. I do not care.
So so the judicial. So if the judicial determines who's a citizen, well then the 14th Amendment's totally justified.
Yeah, checks and balance. Wait, when we talk about the checks and balance here, who's going to be able to put the Supreme Court into place?
Trump can very much veto a situation from the Supreme Court. But I'm not
No,
arguing.
he can't. Stop.
made
I know
no
you
sense.
you studied, you brushed up well in your philosophy, but
Wait,
apparently
no,
government
no,
is
no,
not
hold
your
up a
strong
second.
suit. He cannot veto a Supreme Court
Yes,
decision.
he can, because
No,
if
he
it's gonna
cannot.
take,
How
it
can he
takes
usurp a
2/3.
Supreme
Yeah,
Court
it
injunction?
takes two. Yeah, it takes 2/3 to be able to override Trump. This is going to be the checks and balance when it comes
He
to.
can't. You cannot veto a Supreme Court injunction.
I'm talking about the Supreme Court. I'm not.
I know.
talking
That's
about
what I just said. A Supreme
When
Court
it comes-
injunction. You cannot veto that.
When it comes
He
to the
thinks
Supreme
it's
Court.
like the legislative branch.
No, even with that, I do not care about the legal. I'm only staying to the morals. You're trying to move the goalposts.
So then, who determines the legal status of an individual?
Yeah,
Are you
I
saying-
don't care about the legal. I'm talking about the moral here. We do not have a causal obligation.
Wait,
to
we're
them
talking.
actively
Wait, we're
talking
talking about the legal. I don't know what you're talking about. When
Wait,
we're talking
if
about.
you're talking about the legal, are you going to appeal to legality across the board?
No, we're saying when we're referencing
Okay, cool.
politics. When we're referencing
No, I
politics,
don't care,
shut the
because
fuck
if we're
up.
talk-
When we're referencing politics about immigration, we're talking about how the law should be, right, or how the law should be set up, right, in terms of how we should treat people who are coming to the
And
country.
if the
who
law
are
was
immigrants.
immoral, would we abide by it?
No, obviously not. That's why.
Okay, cool. So then don't appeal to legality, because we can look
I'm not appealing to the current legal.
saying how it is. I'm saying
No, I'm not appealing to the current
I'm
legal.
saying how.
Shut the fuck up, you idiot. I'm not appealing to the current legal constructions that exist. I'm appealing to my understanding of what I think the law should look like.
So an ought statement, right? Okay, so then I would just say that if we want to do ought statement, how it ought to be is if they want to be able to come into this country, whatever country they're coming from, they need to fill out the paperwork, and instead of just crossing the border at random locations, because we do not have a causal obligation to them.
Okay. I don't know what causal obligation under this
Inherently
notion
causing
has.
someone to be
I understand.
dependent.
I understand what causal obligation is. That's not what I was saying. Can you be quiet and listen to what I'm saying before you speak over me?
I mean, you've been muting people. Talk.
Do we have a
because
causal
this
obligation over
conversation-
U.S. citizens?
Yeah, I would just say that people that actively live in the United States that has citizenship, we would have a causal obligation. But when it comes to random people from, let's just say, Gaza, Ukraine,
That's fine. I just wanted the first
No.
part of that answer there. What exactly is the line of distinction here between U.S. citizens having a causal obligation versus migrants?
Yeah, migrants haven't went through some process, and if we're going to go into like the philosophical, I would just say how it ought to be is going to be them filling out paperwork.
You're not
before-
answering my question. I'm asking you
Yes,
what
I
makes
am.
that distinction.
Yeah, I would just say typically either birthright or like how it ought to be is going to be some type of proof that they went through like some type of way of becoming a citizen.
Okay, so merely being born within U.S. borders gives them a right to causal obligation. We put
Yep.
them in a state of dependency.
I would just say that unless their parents did the immoral action of crossing the border, then at that point it would be the parents' responsibilities.
But if the kid is a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, I would just say if the parents did the immoral action of crossing the border without going through how it ought to be, I would
asked
just
about
say
the kid,
that,
though.
yeah,
If
I
the
would just
kid
say
is a
that the
US
kid,
citizen?
yeah, the kid wouldn't have citizenship.
Are you saying they shouldn't have citizenship? I mean, they
Yeah,
already
they
do.
would.
They have
Yeah,
birthright citizenship.
I'm
Are you
saying they
arguing that they
shouldn't.
shouldn't have that?
Yeah, they shouldn't.
But then that kind of renders your argument useless
No.
that being born in the United States grants you the right to causal
No, because
obligation.
their parents did an immoral action, and moral action does not succeed a
But
neutral
you're
action.
probably pro-life, right?
Yes, I am.
And you're saying that we shouldn't punish fetuses based on the actions of their parents, but in this case we should when it comes
Unless
to
if it
U.S.
comes to
born children,
unless
right?
it- unless if it comes to essay or if the mother
Wait,
slaves.
no, make that sense because now your argument,
Yes.
now your morality has been warped useless. You're
No,
saying that
it's
somehow in this instance, causal obligation is granted towards a fetus, but not a child of migrants born within U.S.
Yes,
borders.
I would just say that we wouldn't be able to infringe upon like the child by keeping them here. We would just send them
Great.
back
So
with-
what is the distinction between a child who is born to U.S. parents versus a child born to migrant parents in the United States?
Yeah, the migrant parents, they go through the right process.
But you're saying that we shouldn't punish the child based on
Wait,
the
I'm
parents'
saying-
actions. Why
wait,
is that
I'm-
not? Why is that not a universal truth as
Wait,
it relates to
Jaden,
abortion?
it's a universal truth because if
Excuse
we're
me,
talking,
but it's not because you say that
Wait,
we
let me
should
explain
punish
it to
children
you.
based on the
Wait.
parents' actions.
Let me explain it to you. So if
Try
the
to.
Yep, if the parents did an immoral action by crossing the border, then at this point we would have no problem with sending back the whole family to their home country. If we're talking about American citizens, this is going to be where they cause them to be in the state of dependence, where we have a moral obligation to them, or at least our government, to the certain sense of not infringing upon them. Do you understand this, or do you want me to dumb this down for you?
Can you smarten it up for me? Because
Oh,
as it
okay, I'll
relates to
smarten it.
abortion, your
Yeah.
argument is inconsistent.
Wait, no, it's going to be very consistent because if the
No, it's
parents
not.
consent, wait, if the parents consent to the initial action, they have the moral obligation to them. It's going to be the causal act.
Okay, so if they consent to the abortion, then they have the right to it. Then,
Wait,
yes.
then it's going to be a moral action versus a neutral act. And
Why?
moral
But they
is not-
consented to
yeah,
getting
I
an
would just say-
abortion.
Yeah, I would just say that with them causing someone to be in a state of dependence at conception, the act that is taking place, they are
You can't
infringing-
consent to conception.
Yeah, I would just say with them consenting to having intercourse, they understand and acknowledge that there's this outcome.
Now we're in
that
an
can take
abortion
place.
conversation. Can you consent to biological processes?
Yeah, I would just say with you consenting to the action, you are consenting and acknowledging that the outcome can take place.
Okay, does that negate your rights to usurp said outcome?
Define that.
As in, are you somehow denied rights fundamentally, morally, legally, or what have you, whatever your argument may be, just because you consented to a biological process knowing the outcome?
Yeah, I
and
would
knowing
just say if you
potential
cause someone,
outcomes.
I would just say if you cause someone to be in a state of dependence, then at that point you wouldn't be able to, like.
No, I'm
you-
not asking about a point of dependence here. I'm just asking
Yep.
across the board here, as it relates
Wait,
to
yeah, I would just
biological
say if you
processes.
have caused someone, if you have caused someone to be in a state of dependence, like any actions that you have consented to, then at that point, yes, you're going to have to not be able to infringe upon their negative rights to their private property since you've caused them to be in a state of dependence.
I'd say that they're infringing upon your rights to property.
Wait,
I mean, you own your
who's
body.
the one that, wait, yeah, I would
Your
just
body
say
is
you
yours,
own your
right?
body.
And it's an
Yeah, you
infringement if
own your
somebody
body.
else's. Excuse me.
You own your body, but you cause them to be in a state of dependence based off your action.
Great, and you can cause them to be undependent, right?
Wait, you would have to have someone else to take that causal obligation away from you. So if I
No, you wouldn't.
Yes. I
Yeah,
would
the
just say-
abortion doctor does.
Wait, hold up a second, Jaden. So if you're driving a car, you hit just some random person, is it justified for you to just drive off, or would
Well,
you have
according to you, they should have understood the risk of them being on the sidewalk, that there may have been a 50-50 chance of them either being
Right,
struck
but
or
you-
them being perfectly unharmed.
Wait, no. So even if there's a situation, you acknowledge that this outcome takes place, and then at that point, when it comes to this situation, let's just say this random person gets hit, you have to call 911 because you caused them to be in a state of dependence. This
Go
is a
ahead, Parker.
causal act.
Parker.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask him this question because I wanted to originally get back to like the point that he was bringing up because you just randomly brought up causal obligation in a conversation where we're talking. Can you shut the fuck up, man? When we're talking about immigration,
Guys, more. You lost against the Crucible. Next.
why'd you just randomly say that? I'm trying to like let you engage in a dialogue with me on like what we were talking about because we got off track,
Yep.
and I'm trying to get you back to that.
Wait, causal obligation is going to be a part of my argument. Trump is advocating for more ICE to get rid of illegal immigrants, which I have no problem with.
Okay, so like I'm not saying that we have like some sort of like moral obligation to like allow people into the country.
Okay,
That's not
yeah.
the argument that I'm making at all. The argument that I'm
Yeah, I
making.
don't care. You're supposed to be attacking my arguments. Typically, when it comes to the situation, you ask the person why they believe this way. So unless if you want to go against my argument, then at that point I would just say that.
Do I
you
do I
can't.
do I need to do I need to mute you like every single time I speak? Just a real question. Is that something I have to do? Can you just
I mean,
answer
you
the
said
question and let
you
me know?
wanted to, yeah, you said you wanted to use your argument instead of going against my argument.
Is it possible? Is it possible you could let me speak, or are we not going to
Yep.
be able to do that?
Yeah,
Just a real question.
yeah, I said yes.
Okay, great. Great. So in terms of immigration, right, the argument that I'm making isn't about causal obligation. The argument that I'm making in terms of access to like the context of immigration, I'm not saying we have some sort of moral obligation. I'm saying that it makes our country better off in terms of our culture. It makes our country better off economically speaking. And there's no right to restrict people from coming to the country. I think that restricting the free flow of labor of people between areas would typically provide reason. You would need reason to restrict people in that type of context. And if you don't have reason, then I would say, why should they be restricted? So given that like people couldn't provide a reason, in my eyes, that I would see to be good, right? In terms of deporting people who haven't committed violent crimes or bad crimes, I see no reason as to why they shouldn't be given a legal process of citizenship, right? While they are able to stay in the country. I see no reason why
Wait,
not.
let's go back to-
because our
wait,
current
let's go
legal
back to the-
processes take too long for people to get into the country.
Wait, let's go back to the situation of restrictions, be able to stop someone's restrictions. If you own a property, do you believe that you should be able to restrict other people from coming onto your private property?
You don't believe that, though.
Yeah, so
Yes, I do. I would just
No,
say
you
when it
don't.
comes to-
As it relates to
yeah.
abortion, you don't believe in that.
Yeah,
So-
unless if you cause them
So
to be in a state
if
of
we're talking
dependence.
about private property, yes, I think that you should have the ability to determine that. I don't think
Okay.
that the government right, is going to be determined in terms of what's authorized based upon just what the current law is. I would obviously put a description of what I think the law should look like.
You would just do an ought statement. So even when we talk about a situation like this, can any random person come across the border and buy a piece of land and start paying federal, state, income tax, everything across the board?
If someone comes to the country undocumented, I believe they should be given a pathway to citizenship, right? Where they can go through the legal process where they don't have to leave the country. So under my view, given that is the case that the current law is set up, given that the law is currently set up in that way, someone come to the country in that type of context, where yes, they would be able to stay in the country and they should be given a pathway to citizenship.
No, answer my question.
Yes, undocumented migrants can buy private property. And since that is the case, you shouldn't have an issue with them infringing upon other private property rights because it's their own.
Are they able to pay federal, state, and income tax?
They pay all of those, yes.
Wait, they pay all of those.
Undocumented immigrants paid over $100 billion in taxes.
No,
in
every
2022.
single undocumented immigrant, if we're talking about
That wasn't your argument. That was not your argument.
If we're talking about this, is this typically...
Every single U.S. citizen doesn't pay that.
Wait, Jaden, if we're talking about the situation, is it typically normal for undocumented immigrants to pay property tax and be able to have all of these situations taken care
They
of?
don't own property typically.
Oh, they typically don't own property. So with these
Okay, but
situations...
that wasn't your argument. It was whether or
The
not they can.
hypothetical
The
I
answer
gave
is
you.
yes.
Since he thinks I always meet people. So here would be my point. If you want undocumented immigrants to pay more in taxes, if you give them a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country, they would pay more in taxes.
Yeah, I don't believe that they should be here because if they're an undocumented immigrant, we do not know what type of background they're coming from. They could be gang affiliation and other situations that can infringe upon other people's negative.
So undocumented immigrants are multiple times as likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the United States compared to natural born U.S. citizens, along with the fact that if we reference undocumented immigrants, the best way in order to ensure that they're going to go through the context of the vetting process is providing them a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country. Otherwise, they have an incentive to stay in the country undocumented, even given that there isn't even given that they aren't allowed to stay in the country under the context of the law, because they want to come here for a better life, so they would pick exploitation over deportation.
Proper situation. Yeah, I would just say then if they want to come through the proper way, I would just say how the ought statement should be in the situation is they should fill out the paperwork in their home country. I do not care if there's a drug war going on in their country. When we look at Mexico or any situation like this, we do not have a causal obligation. If they want to be able to come over here and use private property and other resources, then at that point they would have to go through the situation. If you're going to give like the justifications that they're not likely as much as Americans to commit these horrible actions, that isn't the problem here. The problem is going to be that they're infringing upon people's negative rights or other people that actually have a causal obligation in the United States instead of them.
Okay,
So
would that
if
be
a
true for
child is-
people who go state by state? Like if someone goes from California to Nevada,
No,
is
they're
that same thing true?
Still going to be from the United States. It's not going to be the same
Why
situation.
is that any
This is-
distinct?
Yeah, this is going to be from a different type of country. So we wouldn't have like a causal obligation to Gaza.
Why,
because
wait,
with
what
the
causal obligation do I have living in California for someone who's in Nevada?
Yeah, I would just say that if you are paying your property tax, this is going to be the situation for your own state. When it comes to this, I don't agree with like most social programs. I would have no problem with abolishing them.
Okay, so you want to get rid of Social Security, get rid of Medicare, get rid of
Yes.
Medicaid, get rid of
Social Security
basically
after-
every single system
Yep.
for people
Social
who are in
Security
need.
after Congress has actively put their hands into the cookie jar, I would like do an ought statement where it becomes like a 401k or other situations.
So
After
to
Congress puts
clarify,
their
he's
hands
totally
into
okay
it,
with
Parker,
increasing
Parker,
childhood poverty.
Parker,
He's totally okay with increasing poverty
Parker,
after the fact
Parker.
that people retire. He's totally okay with
Wait,
like
Parker, let me
decreasing
finish
quality
my
of
thing.
life and standard of living.
Wait, yeah. I mean, if that's really
Wait,
what
Parker,
you
hold up a second. Let me finish here because if we're looking at the situation of Social Security after Congress put their hands in,
Go ahead.
his microphone fucked up.
I
wait, it
muted
became
him.
Oh,
I did it again.
it became a
And
giant-
again.
that's funny.
Go ahead. Jaden, go ahead.
You there? Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say. I mean, if his argument here is that migrants aren't paying much into the system and are reaping the benefits of private services, why does that matter if you want to eliminate said services to begin with?
Wait, my argument isn't that it's going to be infringing upon the private property of the United States.
You said that they were
if-
reaping the benefits of
Yeah,
the
they're
services.
reaping the benefits of the property of the United States if they're coming
The
over
US
here.
is not property.
Yes, I'm going to
It's
classify
not,
it as
the US is
property.
not a, okay, well,
Do you want
don't
me to
because it's
define-
not private
wait,
property.
I can define this for you, and then if
No,
you
you
have a problem
can't.
with how, yes, I can. If you want me to define this,
Okay, who owns the United States? Let's
yeah,
start
I would
there.
just say that the people of the United States owns the
people
United
do
States.
not
Hello,
own-
I
no.
own. So then
We
I
the
own the United
people-
States, and I get to authorize people to come into the country, right?
Wait, yeah, I'm gonna just classify this as we own this, and other people cannot inherently infringe unless if they go through the an audit. The
Wait,
audit here is
oh,
gonna be
so the
them going
current
through
legal process. So
background.
if the current legal process took 99 years, you would say people have to go through the 99 years.
Yep, I do not care. We do not have a causal obligation.
Dude, that's an unhinged take. Dude, just
Wait,
because the
but
law
even
is this way means it should be that way. Right? Is that your view?
Wait, no, my view is
Oh.
going to be the Causal Act. I've already explained this to you, and you can't argue against it, Parker.
Wait, if there's an unjustified law, should there be a punishment for that law?
Oh, should there be a punishment for that
No.
law? Wait, yes. If there's an
Yes?
unjustified law. Wait, define this. An unjustified law.
If there's an
based off of what
unjustified law under your own perspective, should there be a punishment for that law?
No.
No. Okay, so is there an unjustified law specifically that forces it to be 99 years to go through the legal process?
Yeah, this is going to be.
Is
a
there
straw
an
man.
unjustified law where it takes 5 to
not what
7
straw
years
man
on average and lots of
We can
times over
define straw law.
$10,000?
Yeah, we can look at the
Yes,
situation.
unjustified
Yeah,
law.
we can
Nice,
look-
thank you.
Wait, we can look at unjustified laws right now on the records, like seatbelts. But even when we look at the situation,
What?
Yeah, seatbelts are infringing upon
You're a
people's negative rights to
libertarian, aren't
privacy. Yes.
Oh my
I
God,
already
these seatbelt mandates! How dare they? Oh wait, actually, how about this? What about drunk driving?
Drunk driving, yeah, this is inherently putting other people's private property at risk.
Oh, okay, so you do think it's putting you would say only if it's putting yourself at risk.
Yeah, if it's only putting yourself, let's just say if you're on your own private property driving around, drinking and driving, that this is inherently going to infringe upon other people's negative rights. I do not care.
Wait, so you don't care about drinking and driving so long as
You're on your own private property. If you're a
Okay,
consenting
okay,
adult
sure.
and you consent for the action,
Are
I
you
do
against
not care.
driver's licenses?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you against driver's licenses?
I would just say, yeah.
You are. Is that not
Yeah, if
infringing
you're
upon
on-
other people's
wait,
private
if you're
property
on-
rights?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
would just say-
if a 10-year-old has the right to drive a car, does that not infringe
Yep,
upon my
I
right
would
to
just say that-
own?
yep. I would just say that if the 10-year-old is driving on their parents' property, they're able to.
I
do
didn't
this.
specify that. I just
Well,
said in
okay, so
general
then
because the
he-
license would not specify whether or not it's on
Okay,
the
cool.
fucking driveway or on
Yeah,
the
so if we're
highway.
looking at license, this is typically going to be applicable to the public roads.
Right,
so
but
I'm
they
gonna
don't
say-
limit that.
Oh,
No, it
okay,
applies to
cool.
public and private roads. What the fuck?
Oh, okay, so private roads, if I'm on my own private property driving without a license, let's just say I own a farm with 300 acres. If a police officer
But
pulls
according
up-
to you,
Hold
public
on a
private
second, Jaden,
public
Jaden.
property is private.
Yeah, public property is private to anyone that is outside of this country.
What?
Yes, if you are some random person we don't have a causal obligation to, then at that point you
What is
don't have
that?
the rights.
this is his version of his preferred version of reality?
Wait, if the kid's on their own private property with like the parents, yeah, I would just say that the parents have like
No,
causal
on public roads, dude.
Wait, no, I at no point it said that. a
What about on
10-year-old can
private
drive-
roads?
Yeah,
Wait,
on
private
private
roads?
private roads. Yeah,
So is this owned by an individual or a group of people?
it's owned by a group of people.
Oh, a group of people, so they all have equal say?
No, they don't all have equal say. They have
Oh,
different
okay, so
levels of
then it's
ownership.
wait, so then there's one person that owns it then?
There's different
Yeah,
levels
a
of
person
ownership.
per mile. How about that?
Yeah, I would just say that when it comes to this private road, it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that the kid isn't in a state where they can't give true informed consent. So when we're talking about the situation at hand, if it's on public location or public property, that is still privatized to the American.
Actually, I have a question. Should federal laws specifically exist to restrict Jeffrey Epstein from on his island having
That's a good question.
having certain conditions in which would have different age of consent?
Yeah, I just find that whole situation with Epstein immoral because
So
children
would
can't
there be
get-
federal laws under your worldview?
Yeah, I would just say that the federal laws when it comes to the situation is going to be that children can't give true informed consent. The parents have the causal obligation. I would
So
just say
federal law.
that
So
it
you,
would
so you need federal taxes for those laws, correct?
Yeah, I would just say that it would be a smaller form to protect private property and to make sure ensure.
But you're
that,
okay with
people
some
don't-
level of taxation, right?
Yeah, the
Oh, so
bare
then-
minimum.
oh,
to
you're
protect
totally.
private
He's totally okay with theft, dude. That's theft.
Wait,
How
I
old
can
are you?
classify this.
That's
Me, I'm
that's
22.
theft, bro. That's theft.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
dude. That's
even when we
you,
talk
you,
about-
you,
wait,
all
no,
taxation is theft.
Wait, I can explain this to you, Parker, since you don't know philosophical. So when we talk about
Hold
being
on, no,
able to
that's
protect,
clearly your position. That's
philosophical.
clearly your position, though.
Wait,
It's
I'm
called
saying,
philosophy.
yeah, philosophical. Or
Are you an
philosophy, there's-
ANCAP minarchist? What are you? Like in terms
Oh,
of your
that doesn't
ideological
matter.
beliefs?
Wait, that doesn't matter.
Are you an ANCAP
Because
or
if I-
minarchist? Which one?
There's more than just those two.
Which one? Well, then which one are you?
And what are you?
I don't have to say that.
Can you answer though?
I mean,
Yeah, I
some
do not- I'm
consistency
not
in your
required.
worldview would be nice.
Honestly, if you
to
don't
have.
want, if you don't want to answer, I'll kick you.
Oh, okay, cool. I would just say I'm more on the very minimum. I wouldn't say I'm on the complete end cap yet, but bare minimum.
Okay, that's not an answer. So are you
Wait,
minarchist or
wait, yeah.
you're an ANCAP? So you're an ANCAP?
Wait, I would just say I'm more leaning towards an NCAP, a limited government.
Okay, but not completely. So like, what type of role do you
Yes,
think for
it'll
government should
protect-
exist? Because you
yeah.
said there should be federal laws.
Yeah, when it comes to federal law to be able to protect private property, this is going to be having the military to make sure that other countries cannot.
You sound
come
like a
in.
minarchist.
No, because if we look at ANCAP and at the same time minarchists, they have very similar situations, but they're very different.
What's the distinction?
Yeah, if we're talking about how they see ideology, like John Locke, or who they look at when it comes to like the philosophical,
No,
if they
just
agree with social
be
contracts.
specific. What's the distinction?
Yeah, I would just say one of the biggest distinctions is going to be social contracts.
Wait, you think that it's common for minarchists to believe in social contracts?
No, I'm going to say how they different social contracts.
What's the specific distinction?
Yeah, social contracts, and one is going to be inherently believing since you're a part of a society, there's going to be certain types of contracts that you're going to agree to. The other one's going to be more on the lenient side, saying
He
unless
doesn't
there's
know the
some type of-
distinction. What specific
Wait, no.
distinction?
Yeah, I'm giving you one of them.
What's the other?
Yeah, I've already given you one.
What's the other?
Wait, you're asking for more than one then?
Yeah, if we're making a distinction,
Oh, okay,
you
cool.
give
So I
one,
would just
and then
say
how
that-
it's different from the other.
Yeah,
That's
do,
what
do,
makes it.
yeah. Do you need us to dumb it down for you?
No, I've already explained this to you guys. When it comes to the situation, one's going to agree with more of a social contract versus the other. I'm keeping this very simple because, Parker, you can't argue against a causal. You need a 2v1 in here.
What?
Oh, I can mute if
can't.
you need.
Wait, you said I can't argue one-on-one. Is that what you're arguing?
Yeah, you can't argue against one-on-one. You have
Jaden was already on the live before you got here.
Wait, no. If we're talking about the situation,
No?
I was personally live. Wait, if we're talking about this,
Jaden was on my live before you.
Jaden was on
You
here,
had no
but
problem when I was talking to you.
but even
Well, you
when it
did.
came-
You couldn't debate me. But
No.
if you want me to mute, I can do
wait,
that.
Jaden, I have no problem with debating you, but if this is going to be a
Well, then don't
2-on-1,
complain about a
you actually
2v1.
argue
Wait,
against
why
my
is he
point.
complaining about a 2v1 when he decided to come on when there was a 2v1?
Oh, okay, cool.
Right, you
so then-
understood that.
Wait,
You
Parker,
accepted the risk.
Are you against my causal obligation, Parker?
Why would you just randomly complain about 2v1 after you just got
If
just
you
dunked
want,
on?
okay, I have no problem. No, he didn't stomp on me because I've been very consistent
I
when
said
it
you
comes
got
to a
dunked
causal
on.
obligation.
You haven't, because it doesn't.
Wait, if you inherently cause someone to be in a state of dependence, you have a moral obligation to, based off your actions. Are
Right,
you
but
against
you
that?
negated that as it relates to U.S. citizen children born to migrant parents.
Yeah, the parents did an immoral action. With them doing immoral action, we do not have a causal obligation to their
You
children.
think the same thing about abortion.
Yes, when it comes to abortion, the only times that it's applicable is going to be SA where the mother didn't give true informed consent, or if the mother's life's in immediate danger. How is this
That's not what I
consistent?
asked. Wait, but how is that not a rights violation on the fetus then, if that's your point?
Yeah, I would just say with like the initial actions, we're just going to be removing them from their private property. The mother doesn't have a causal obligation because she didn't consent to the initial action. When it comes to the inherent situation where the
Yeah,
mother's
I
life
mean,
is in danger, this is going to be a whole different other situation.
Right, but a child didn't consent to being born in the United
Yeah, I
States
would
all the
just say,
same.
Yeah, this is going to be the neutral act instead of the immoral act. Do you want me to explain that to you?
Sure.
Okay, when it comes to a neutral act, you haven't.
No, I don't need you to define what those words
Okay.
mean. I'm talking about in terms of this hypothetical here. How is that a
Okay.
negative act for a child to be born in the
Yeah, I
United
would just say
States? and US
infringing upon
parents?
someone. Oh, yeah, this is going to be the negative act when you're infringing upon someone that you have caused to be in a state of dependence based off of your consensual actions. So if you sleep with someone consensually, understanding that there's an outcome that can take place, you guys are both acknowledging that you can't infringe upon them because you put them into the state of dependence.
No,
When it comes to
I had no clue that I could get someone pregnant.
Oh, okay, crazy.
I'm serious. I had no clue.
Oh, okay, then I would just say that you haven't met the term where you can give true informed consent, and I would recommend you getting off of TikTok. But when it comes to the
What?
situation,
Wait, no.
hand-freedom-
Wait. So you're saying that like as long as we say that like we didn't know that we can get pregnant, we can get an abortion?
Yeah, I would just say if you do not meet like the threshold to give true informed consent, you shouldn't be doing these immoral actions. Your parents have a causal
No,
obligation.
I'm just saying
to
in
you.
that context, would we be able to get an abortion if we just say we had no clue how to get pregnant? You know?
Yeah, I would just say no.
No. So it's not about informed consent and like
Wait, if we're talking
choosing
about
to do it
informed
based upon
consent-
that. So like
Wait,
if
we're talking
you don't know that you can get pregnant, you'd still have an obligation.
Wait, if we're talking informed consent or true informed consent, which one here?
I'm asking you under either. Which one
Oh,
do you
okay, so
need in
true
order for
informed
you to
consent,
specifically,
yeah, I
under
would-
your view,
yeah,
grant that
true
there's an
informed
obligation?
consent. Yeah, true informed consent.
Okay, you need true informed consent. Okay. So
Yep.
then if you don't know that abortion, or if you don't know that sex leads to pregnancy, then you don't have to.
Yeah,
You don't have an obligation, correct?
Yeah, I would just say how it ought to be is your parents explain to you that if you do this action, this is going to be like the sex talk. It's going to be an ought
So
statement.
given that your parents never did that.
Yeah, I would just say that your parents did something immoral and
Sure.
that
The parents did something immoral, but would it be wrong for you to get an abortion?
Yes.
Why?
No, it wouldn't
No?
be wrong. I would just say
It wouldn't
that
be
the-
wrong. Yo, everyone, if you just want to get legal access to abortion, all you have to say is, I had no clue that I could get pregnant.
Yeah,
I had no
advocate
clue.
Parker, I would just say
I
how
didn't
it ought to
know.
be-
I didn't know that could happen.
I thought I was infertile.
Wait, I would just say how it ought to be is if you do this immoral action and lie about it, then at that point you should be punished if we find out.
Okay, so I mean, how are they going to find out that you knew?
Yeah, I would just say that I would have a system set up in place where this is going to be something that they learn.
This is going to be something. Okay, but let's say that they just didn't listen or pay attention.
Oh, they didn't listen. So like I gave them the resources and kid being kid didn't go to like the situation.
They never
I
heard.
would just say, yeah, I would just say that. how
Or
it
they
ought to
or
be
they
is gonna-
forgot. Or they forgot.
Yep. I'm going to say how it ought. Yep. I'm going to say how it ought to be is going to be some type of class that they are required to sign up and be able to go through until they do this action. They cannot.
So
do
so
anything.
prior to the point that exists, clearly under your view, no one should go to
Yep.
prison who says that they don't know, right?
Yeah, I would just say this is going to be something that we teach them young. I would
Yeah,
just say
everyone.
roughly-
So as of now, since there's no re-education camp that this guy's advocating for, as long as you say right that you
Wait, this
just
is
didn't know
sexual
you could get
education?
pregnant, you can get an abortion under this guy's
Wait,
worldview.
this is sexual
This guy-
education.
All right, how do you enforce this, by the way? This class
Yeah, I
you
would-
speak of.
Yeah, this class, I would just say that this is going to be typically on like the local level. This can be ran by the church or other situations
The
at hand.
church.
By the children diddling churches.
Wait, you can say
What?
churches diddling. This is going to be like the minority case. Yes, there's going to be the bad apples.
But that
and-
wasn't what I asked, though, is how do you mandate this? Because the
Yeah,
church
I
can
would-
just opt not to do this. And then now
Yeah,
you've
I
got
would-
tens of thousands of kids, millions perhaps, that aren't receiving this education.
Yeah, do you understand how it ought to be statement, or do you want me to explain?
You're not
this?
explaining how they would do
Yeah, I would
this,
just
how they ought
advocate.
to do
Yeah,
this.
I would just
You-
advocate.
okay, so basically just this is hope chesting here. You're saying that
No.
somebody ought to do it because I feel this way with no real
No.
coherent method
Because
as
if
to
we're-
achieving
wait,
that
if
end
we're
game.
talking axiom here. My axiom is going to be the causal, but
See,
it's
this is why your type,
Jaden,
libertarian. Excuse me, stop talking,
Jaden,
please. This
I'm
is
trying to explain this. You
this is
are
why
interrupting me.
libertarians don't. I
You
don't
are
give a shit.
interrupting me.
But
I'm
I'll
trying to
turn my
explain
microphone
that.
up and blast your
Yeah,
guys'
I can
eardrums
also.
out.
Yeah, I
Listen,
can
buddy.
also turn mine up. I
Excuse
have no
me,
problem with
I
this.
don't give a shit, bro. Okay, this is why libertarians aren't in
The parents'
politics, are not
responsibility-
policymakers, because they're
Look at
ideologues
New
who don't
Hampshire.
have a fundamental understanding of how
Look at
to
New
get from point
Hampshire.
A to point B and actualize your policies. At some
The
point, way,
libertarian-
shape, or form, taxation mandates have to
Minimum.
come into place for you to achieve the kind of policies you want to happen. That ought to happen. That's not the case. In fact, your argument runs into a complete contradiction in whatever worldview you hold
That's a
because you
lie.
cannot enforce it. There's no method to enforce it, and you don't believe in the enforcement. You can say you want the world to eat whatever the fuck, think whatever the fuck, live however way you want, as so long as there's no way to actualize that, your policies don't mean
Wait,
diddly
Jaden,
squat.
I can explain this to you. So when it comes to
No,
the
you
situation,
can't.
yes, I
Shut
can.
up. Can we move
When
on?
it comes to private schools or private Christian
Kick him
schools,
mid-sentence.
wait, if you're gonna kick me, this just shows that you're running away. It's very simple. When it comes to private schools for churches or anything, they already had this situation at place where they don't take grants in certain cases from like state or federal to fund this. This is going to be private schools that do this action. We can already have this without having enforcements, and we can look at New Hampshire, for example.
So yeah, if you don't have public education, then you can't ensure that the private education was there for any of those students.
Cool, then I
So
would just
given that
advocate
that's
for
the
the parents
case,
to take
well then you're
responsibility.
arguing that there shouldn't be a federal law restricting this from being the case because it would be
Yep,
dependent
and I
upon a
would
certain
just say
state.
then I would just say that it's the parents' responsibility to make sure that the children are able, at the point of being able to give true informed consent. I would just set the threshold at like 18.
Okay, given that it is the case that they never learned from their parents, you're saying that they should be held
Yeah,
accountable
the parents should-
regardless?
Yeah, I would just say that the child would be able to get an abortion, but if we find out at a later point that they did know this action, then at that point they should be punished.
Well, okay. Well, they would just say that they didn't know or they forgot or like
Yeah,
something
and
happened.
if they forgot, then that's not
By the
on
way,
us.
that's
That
not
would
that's
be
not,
on
yeah.
him.
Sure, you could say it's on them, but like then they would legally be able to get access to an abortion. Now, practically everyone would be able to get
Yeah,
access
I
to an
would just
abortion. Now
punish
it's an
them.
unenforceable law because any court case that has this certain scenario, the lawyer is not going to take it to case because they know that they're going to get fucking shit on.
Wait, no, this is false because when it comes to protecting private property, this is going to be the same applicable situation. I would just say that yes, because I believe that you self-govern yourself when it comes to like the NAP or any actions like this.
Okay, so self-governance is the
don't see how
stance
that's
here. How does a court system or prison system exist in your libertarian
Yes.
utopia? So they
Yes.
do, but you don't want taxes to fund them.
Yeah, I said the bare minimum when it comes to be able to protect private property. So like the court system is going to be like the bare bone dry system. And when it comes to like the situation of prisons, everything like this, yeah, this is also going to be there in place to be able to stop people from infringing upon your negative rights because they've done these acts.
By bare
about
minimum,
laws
it
that
could be
don't
40
infringe on negative
minutes.
rights?
Yeah, but by
On
bare
positive
minimum,
rights.
it could be 40 minutes for law enforcement to get there, right?
Wait, if we're talking bare minimum, this is going to be applicable into like the city's situations. When I say bare minimum, this is going to be what is typically or atypically the situation that is going to be needed. So in the town I am, there's a total of 70,000 people here. Guess how many police officers we have?
Yeah, well, cities don't run prisons; states do.
Oh, okay.
States
So
and
if we're
counties do.
wait, if we're talking private, or at the same time, if we're talking public, because if we're talking prison systems, there's going to be the federal.
I
and
don't
then there's
know.
gonna
You
be the
use them
private.
interchangeably. You call it the
Wait.
United States private property.
Yes, it's going to be private property to the citizens, not for other people.
But U.S. citizens born to migrant parents wouldn't qualify. for
Wait,
that.
if their parents did something immoral, they do not have.
It is not immoral to cross
Yes.
the border.
Wait, it is immoral to cross the border without going through the right process, and they ought.
Why is
statement
that?
I-
No, that's illegal.
the odd
No,
statement-
no.
the odd
Process
statement I
is
gave
a
you-
legal argument, not a
Wait,
moral
no.
argument.
Wait, if the law was
You
immoral,
are appealing to the law. If you
No,
call them
Aiden,
illegals, stop.
because-
If you call them
wait.
illegals, if you're saying they didn't go through a proper process, that is appealing to legality,
Wait, if
not
the law was-
morality.
wait, no, it's
What is the
appealing to
moral
morality.
confounder
Wait,
here?
Jaden,
Hey, what is
Jaden,
the
because if the law was
stop?
immoral-
What is the moral confounder here? What is the moral
Jaden,
violation
if
that
the law
they've
was
committed?
immoral, we would go off of the morals here instead of going off of legality. Kind of like the
You're
situation
doing
with
that though by
slavery.
calling them illegal. Excuse me, by calling them illegal, by saying that they didn't go through proper channels. That is a legal argument, not a moral argument.
Okay,
You're
I would
using
just
them
say
interchangeably.
aliens then.
What is the moral argument for why it is bad to cross
Yeah,
the
I would
border?
just say aliens. If you want to be so hard on my words, I would just say aliens that are actively crossing the border.
Why is that immoral?
Yeah, I would just say that we do not have a causal obligation to them. They're infringing upon other
That
people's
doesn't make it
negative
immoral. No, they're
rights.
not. No,
Wait,
they're
I'm
not.
explaining this to you. You're interrupting.
They're not.
They're
And if
infringing upon
it's a
other
rights
people's
infringement,
private
you're appealing to
property.
legality again.
Wait,
That's an
no,
appeal to
because
legality.
No, because if we're talking
Yes,
about
because laws
Wait,
protect private property rights.
wait, if the law was not there, and then there's people that are trying to enforce that you have the private property, and the law says that you don't, like under communism, who's going to be applicable? In this
Define communism.
Wait, okay, communism is going to be where like the workers are going to have as equal say in like the factories.
No.
Yes, if we're talking
No,
about
they
Marx-
own the say.
yeah.
Not
Wait,
equal
they have
say.
equal say.
let's
They
just-
have say.
Hold up. Communism is going to be the abolishing of private property. Under that condition, it's a Marxian sense of private property. And that would just essentially mean that there's a stateless, classless, moneyless society. Okay? So that's what communism is. What you're trying to reference is like, say there's worker control of the means of production. That's actually socialism.
Communism too, if we're looking under Stalin.
I mean, communism,
Yes.
communism
We're not looking
won't
under
necessarily be.
Wait, if we look at communism under Stalin, the workers have equal say to the
Okay,
people.
but
that,
communism was not solely defined by
achieved
Stalin.
under Stalin.
we're gonna look at communism.
Communism was not achieved by Stalin. Also, I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist, but I am defining the terms for what they are. Communism was not achieved
There's different types of
under Stalin.
communism. Yes, if we look at the situation of Russia during like 1920s when Stalin took active power, it became more of a communist society and how he was actively running communism.
More of a
Yes,
communist.
there's
I don't even know
different-
what this guy's saying.
Wait,
I'm just
yes, more of communism.
incoherent.
Oh, he's
gibberish.
gone.
Yeah, I'm kicking him.
That's
That's
fine,
just
man.
incoherent. He's just gonna yap about communism and like, bro, that's not communism. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Yellow? All right.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria to come on the screen. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Let's go on to the
The
next
bar
person.
is really low for that, by the way. Just pick up your knuckles and render an argument.
Rape, nigger.
Kids these days.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. By the way, if you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of YouTube, as well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat, everyone. Alrighty.
I used to think that I hated kids, but turns out I just hate the parents.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Confirm.
Oh, they just left.
Okay.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty, let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria to come on the stream. Sorry. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. How many likes do we have on the YouTube? If you're in YouTube chat, let me know. Let me know. Let's try. I think. Okay, actually, I see it now. 1.4 thousand. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everyone, on YouTube. Alrighty, let's get the next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, is that Parker? Can you do the dance with the pants?
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Coral, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. It's Jaden.
That's me. Somebody ask about me?
Yeah, they asked who is your co-host today.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a YouTube, by the way? So anyone on YouTube can.
I do. I don't do TikTok streams in there, but it's just my name, Jaden LeBron VO. You can find me there.
Nice. Maudie, thank you so much for the $4.20 for. No, we have to get to 7,000 likes. We'll see. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Live after this.
Base.
28.
Do you support Donald Trump?
God, no. I voted for Kamala. But you got.
Nice. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. 1.5 thousand. Everyone keep liking the stream. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh my god, Parker has a mangina. Oh my
Holy
god.
crap, Lois.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Ugh.
It's amazing.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Dupixent is an add-on treatment for COPD that is not well.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request
I
if
was
you meet.
listening to that.
Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Sage, thank you for the $2. Thank you. I'm trying to get another guest request up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 26, about to be 27.
Do you support Donald Trump? Do you support Donald Trump? Hello?
Keith. I never liked that name.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Keith. There we go.
Yo, what's up?
I
How old are
love you, Mom. I love you.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria to come on the stream.
No
All
offense
right.
to all the Keiths out there, but it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me, you know. Keith.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Justin.
Only send a guest request if you do meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Alrighty. Only send a guest request if you meet. Oh, shit. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Wendy, thank you so much for the $5. And Amanda, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Eric, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Eric. Good some W's for
Nice.
Eric in the comment section. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Yo, what's how old are you?
Boards.
79.
Do you support Donald Trump?
No.
He's not 79.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
50,000.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Sure.
If you could go back in time and either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Okay. Wendy, thank you for the $5.
W. All right, everyone, give it a second. Anna, thank you so much for the dollar. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry to hear that, by the way. Thank you so much, Anna. I really appreciate it. Made me smile. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old? Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Emphasis on 18 plus.
Yo, I'm 25.
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
Of course I support Donald Trump, and I can't wait for him to become president in 2028.
Why?
I feel
You're
like he's
joking,
the
right?
best. No, I feel like he's the best candidate, and then he's gonna pass it off to his son Donald Trump Jr., and then Barron Trump's gonna get the. Is gonna be after his Donald Trump Jr. So it's gonna
I
be a
see.
pretty
You
much.
like dynasties?
So yeah, why do you
Absolutely.
why do you support Donald Trump in such a way?
Yeah, because he's an actual leader. He actually fights back other leaders. He's not a sore boy like Joe Biden.
What's a soy boy?
A sore boy is when you drink a lot of soy.
So I don't think uniquely Joe Biden drinks a lot of soy.
Are you sure? Why is he always sleeping and falling over his like podiums and stuff like that?
What does that have to do with
doesn't?
soy? And he doesn't?
Yeah, he has
fell
lack
asleep
of.
during his trials. He fell asleep during the Pope's funeral. He fell asleep recently during who was
I
it
don't
with?
know, man.
He had another meeting recently with somebody he fell asleep during.
I thought you said he
Also,
had a
like,
lack of
just
deficiency. or
beyond
something.
Didn't he
that,
fall
just
asleep in
beyond that,
court,
the guy
too?
was, yeah, I mentioned that at first, but the guy was wandering around on the White House roof this morning. He tweeted out randomly that he wanted to get rid of the citizenship for Rosie O'Donnell. This sounds like somebody that's of right mind to you?
So you're honestly saying Joe Biden is more competent than Donald Trump?
Yes, categorically yes.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Hannibal Lecter endorsed me.
Windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. The climate is going to start cooling. Science just doesn't know it yet.
They're eating the dogs and cats in Springfield.
Batteries and sharks.
If
So
she
what's
wasn't
wrong?
my
If
daughter,
Don-
I'd be dating her.
So if Donald Trump says he wanted to deport illegal immigrants, why are you guys have concerns if you're
Nice
not
pivot.
illegal?
Can you address
Nice pivot.
anything that...
And
Yeah, you're talking about-
why do we
you're
have
talking about
concerns?
eating
Because
dogs and eating
I
cats.
care about people who are in the country undocumented. If they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, I believe they should be given a pathway to citizenship.
Should we put them in fancy hotels and pay for their breakfast?
You're
We don't.
referencing asylum
Those are
seekers
refugees.
and fancy hotels. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they get put in 4-star hotels, and we've seen the video. So
You're
you
talking
don't
about
have to lie for
asylum
us.
seekers who are here on a legal pathway.
So you're saying even if they're illegal, they should stay?
If they're undocumented and they have not committed a violent crime or bad crime, I believe they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they do not have to leave the country. And yes.
And you don't see any problem with that?
No problem. Can you tell me the problem?
Yeah, once you break a rule and you don't enter through our country through the legal way, then yeah, you get deported as soon as possible.
That's not what he asked. What's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem?
The
with my
problem
position?
the problem is it's not fair for other people who wait years and years and years to get in, and then some criminal Mexican or dirty Indian comes in and then
What
he
the
decides
fuck?
to-
You disgusting
decides to
piece
jump
of
the line?
shit. What do you mean you fuck? Did I go over the line? What the fuck?
Who was that gifting him so much?
I don't know. That's crazy. I can't even see a lot of the gifts on TikTok on PC.
Parker, get a fucking job, you little kike. Rape.
Christ. They need to bring back the dunce cap in schools.
I don't even know what that is. Let's go on to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates.
You know that large pointy cone hat that says dunce on it?
Hello?
Never heard of it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2005.
Okay. What month?
April. Sorry.
Would you be 20?
Yeah, you'd be 20. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like this stream. For the 4.3 thousand people here on the TikTok stream, make sure to go over to YouTube. I would really appreciate it. Parker did a job on YouTube. I'd really appreciate if you do that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, hey, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
That was me.
Oh. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker.
What? It was Evil Dean. I didn't even know. Yo, what's up? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump and meet the set of criteria on the TikTok stream. Alrighty, everyone.
You people sicken me.
All right, give it a second, everyone. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you. Oh, as soon as they join, I hit the X.
Oh, poo.
Alrighty, everyone. Let's go to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
55.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Because he is the greatest president ever alive.
Why so?
Nuh-uh.
What's that?
Why do you think
He's
that
not even the best president of this century?
Yeah.
Hey, that's my opinion. I believe he is the greatest ever.
Why do you think that?
Because he has that orange toned skin. It just glistens in my eyelids. And I just love him. I love the way he shits in his diapers. I love all.
I can't argue with that.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria to join the stream. Everyone.
You've been calling it the Scream lately. Are you losing it?
Yeah, I think I am. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
You want to scream out loud?
Please play Farm Sim, bro. Please.
Oh no. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen. Everyone. I'm trying my hardest.
I know you tiptoed around that one.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, you just left.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the. I'm just giving up. I'm giving up.
Just call it the Scream at this
Yo,
point.
what's up? How old are you?
Sherry.
Let's go to the next person, everyone. Not even gonna try it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
All right, everyone. I don't know what to do. We're gonna get someone up here, hopefully.
If it comes down to it, you want to talk to the president.
We'll see. We'll see. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah.
I'm 25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Why so?
I just think he's a good guy, good president. Does a
makes
good
you think
job.
that?
Good guy.
I just think he's doing really good for the country, you know.
Like,
we're
what
in
is
a
he
better
doing?
spot. Oh, he's actually doing something, you know. What's Kamala do?
Kamala. And like, no, I'm asking, what is he doing? Can you answer?
I'm asking what's Kamala done.
You didn't answer
She's
my
not an
question.
office holder.
Yeah. Can you answer what did? And also, I can reference the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, can you tell me something Donald Trump has done?
Yeah, I think he's helped with the border compared to what
In
it was
what
when
way?
Biden was here. Well, I just want to touch back on what you said with the border. Why do you think undocumented people should
You
just
didn't
be
wanna
allowed
address what I
to?
just said?
Yeah, why do you think undocumented immigrants should just be able to
Amanda, think
legally?
of the $10, and Wendy, think of the $5. Thank you. Why should they be able to come to the country undocumented and then get a pathway to citizenship? Because
Yeah.
I don't think that they're a threat to the safety and security of the country.
Okay, so you think that not having a secure border is okay?
I think it's a secure border if someone is in the country and they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime. I see no issue with that.
How do you know that though? If like they're just here.
Oh, we give them a pathway to citizenship to ensure that we know.
How do you know that they haven't committed a crime though?
We've had
Background checks.
Background check.
Yeah, we can run DNA background check, forensic files.
I got you. Okay. Well, you have a good day.
Oh, okay. Well, take care. That was easy.
Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone.
Nigger, rape.
Christ.
Mods, ban them if you see them. So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What is this? Two beautiful lovers.
Okay. Let's go on the next individual. you want to support us, always Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next person. I think I have an extra 30 minutes, everyone. Maudie, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you so much. Yes, I have to set it up completely on each account.
Joe Biden, good to see you.
Ducky, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only set a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Nigger. God damn.
It's literally like they have nothing to fucking better to do with their lives. They're fucking absolutely
Tell you what,
disgusting.
if you hate me and want to use that word, send me $50 on my Venmo Cash App. It has the same effect. I hate when people do that. I hate when people send me money. This guy was here earlier.
Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. I'm trying to get the next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Please play Farm Sim with me, Parker.
Oh, no. Oh, I just randomly got an AI thing. It's not sure if it's me. Alrighty. Actually, anyone who doesn't have a profile picture, just gonna not allow on the stream.
That's a good call. I usually say anybody with less than 20 followers is a no.
Yeah, I can't click on PC though. It's kind of unfortunate. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Sage, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Oh, Sage, I appreciate it. Don't worry. Thank you.
Parker, do you hate people the way I hate people?
Depends sometimes.
I'm
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What's the 88 for?
18? 2004?
Oh, okay.
Definitely does not add up.
Yeah, not very good at math.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald
2004
Trump?
too? Yes, I do.
Why do you support Donald
Were you
Trump?
reborn? Because of Aiden Ross and Nelk.
Please tell me you're joking.
Yeah, I'm trolling.
Uh-huh.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Okay.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We're trying to get someone. I really apologize, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
No, but you ought to hit a blinker.
You're 18.
Oh, Peter.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Play poker sim with
Oh my God! Shut up.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump.
Ugh.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yeah, this is just like infinite patience challenge. Like, let's see
Not funny.
let's see how far Parker's patience can go.
Jesse.
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
Welcome to the Scream.
Okay, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi. I, Donald J. Trump, am one of the Epstein files. I'm
We knew that.
Hang on, he's on to something. Oh.
Elysian, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Give me some W's for them in the comments section.
Oh, David, thank you for the $20. I got my Venmo Cash App in the bio here if you guys would like to support. And Parker's got his as well. Zach.
Libby, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Libby. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, can you play Farm Sim with me?
So the next person, everyone, only send a guest request. If you
Christ.
meet the set of criteria on the screen. You know, it worked for like a little bit, like the criteria on the screen, but then people stopped listening. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, please play Farm Sim.
Oh my God.
That is
bedtime.
That's the OG kid. That's the OG kid who came up and said, play Farm Sim with me. That's the Farm Sim kid. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
I'm actually 2003. 22.
Where you from?
Georgia.
Yeah, hadn't heard that accent before. All right.
Okay. Oh,
I think he's just doing. I think he's doing a lot of good things for the country.
What specifically?
Well, I think he kind of projects strength.
That's Australian.
You know what? I'm actually from the UK.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, Parker? I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, dude.
What's your birth year?
January 2006.
Okay, and you said you're 19? Okay, so why do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir. Because he's not a grifter like you guys. He's like a good businessman.
Actually, yeah, he is. The shoes, the watch, parts of his suit, NFTs, hats, shirts, flags.
Yes, sir. He's got everything down, you know. Because when you look at
That's
Kamala,
a grift.
Wait, by the way, if I was grifting, why don't I have like all merch decked out?
because you're trying to hide the fact, it's kind of obvious, you know. Like people like Sid, she donates to you guys, and kind of like, you know, you guys are grifters. It's kind of obvious, dude.
What is grifting?
You're really gonna ask me what's grifting? What is grifting to you?
Yeah, it's dishonestly
You're the one making the
portraying.
proposition.
For me, it's dishonestly portraying a particular position in order to either and to gain something from it, right? Like it
Yeah,
could be
to gain,
attention,
like-
it could be money, right? And you'd have to be able to specify what do you think it is. Do you think that what do you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm dishonest?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You're
So,
pretty dishonest.
you think
not
I'm
gonna
actually
lie.
a Trump supporter?
No, not. Well, obviously you're not, dude. That's obvious.
So I'm
But-
not
How's
dishonest.
it a grift?
No, you are a grifter in the way you're trying to get money through like fucking scams and like.
Hey, listen, shut
Scams?
up. What's the difference between what Parker does and say Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, whatever the rest of that Rogues Gallery does?
Yeah, I don't watch
The
any of
Daily
them.
Show.
I don't care. That's not what I asked. Are they not grifters?
No, they're not, dude. They're
So
pretty
how
honest.
are they not?
'Cause
What is
again-
fundamentally different about how they conduct themselves versus Parker?
Okay.
Okay. Well, you may go back to your corner.
You're not letting me speak, dude.
You didn't say anything.
I was thinking, bro. No, dude.
Think harder.
I'm under pressure, but there's two people here.
No,
I'm
you're
under
not.
pressure, dude. Yes, I am, dude.
Shouldn't be that hard. You came in here high and mighty, saying that he's a grifter. You should at least back it up with something.
You know, Parker. You know what, Parker? I don't know why you had that mustache. Do not get it again. Put the lens up.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
Nobody gives a
Like,
shit.
Yeah, like seriously, like, do you actually think I'm a grifter, or are you just saying that to say it?
No, dude, I'm a fucking troll, dude. I don't know how you did not realize that.
Okay.
Now you're a troll.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
because
You may go now.
because people come up on the stream and actually do that. That's why, like, I'm always so confused why people are like, "Oh, how do you not know I'm a troll?" Like, I mean, people do that all the time on the live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, Cookie King mogs you.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Morgan, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I've actually never heard of it. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. We probably got like one more guest. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I sure do.
Why so?
Because, well, there's a bunch of reasons why I support Donald Trump. It's like, number one, during the Biden-Harris administration, a lot of illegal immigrants were brought in, uh, entered the border. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Entered, so that's why I'm a bit stuttering right now.
You're good.
So a lot of illegal immigrants entered America during their administration. So I wanted Trump to deport all of them because I'm sure many of them were good, but many of them were really like, like thieves, rapists, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Also,
Can I ask you a question? If you were concerned
yes.
about them being quote unquote criminals and rapists, one, you voted for a criminal rapist, so you probably should have been concerned there. Two, undocumented immigrants are multiple times as likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, and property crime in the United States comparative to natural born U.S. citizens. So the idea that they're more likely to harm you or more likely to cause those types of things is ridiculous.
I just want our country to have a border, and I don't want anybody to just walk in. That's why I voted for Trump. Number two, I wanted to protect women's sports. I didn't want trannies to be inside.
Get the fuck off alive.
Stop.
Don't use that word. That's crazy. I actually have to get off anyway. We have to get off, everyone.
Well,
you're gonna go live, right?
Go live then. Yes, I will. Thanks for having me, Parker.
For sure.
Thanks.
Have a good live. Have a good live.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. I love everyone so much. For the 7,000 people that are currently streaming right now, I would really appreciate it if you go over to my YouTube channel as well and you check out the videos that I posted. I just posted a video. I think a video posted about an hour ago or so. I'd really appreciate that. Go subscribe there as well. I'll be live tomorrow, probably starting around 5 o'clock, I'm assuming. Maybe I'll start a little bit earlier than that, but we'll see. I love everyone so much. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Seriously, I love y'all so much. I will see everyone tomorrow. And good night, everyone. As always, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link in the bio. And peace out, everyone. Adrian, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Charlotte, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Oh, don't worry. I remember you, Charlotte. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Charlotte. That really means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. Don't worry about that. I really appreciate it, Charlotte. Can we get some W's for Charlotte in the comments section right now, by the way, everyone. For everyone who's still here. And Brittany, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. But yeah, Charlotte, it was really nice to meet you. All right, everyone. Good night. I love y'all so much. Go join Jaden's stream, everyone. Go join Jaden's stream. Spam Parker raid, spam love Parker, and Jaden's stream. Jaden LeBron. Love y'all so much, everyone. Good night, y'all.